Hello, and they can't hear me. No, they can't hear me. Say something,
Oh
someone.
no.
Yeah, okay, they can hear
Hello.
me. Hello,
Hello.
everyone, and welcome back to another episode of
Yay.
Counter Cube Mysteries, the Seal Pages of Verglas. We are the Rulers of Fate. I am Mo. This is Cisco, and we are the DMs for this campaign. I say hi,
Hello.
Cisco.
Hello, Cisco. I'm joking. Hi,
Bad joke.
Barney. I'm
That was a bad
joking.
joke.
And preparing
Hello,
themselves
y'all.
to go through an emotional roller coaster are our players. We have Andy, Mark, Joey, Lucky, and Luke. Wait, Joey's going to be here shortly, hopefully. Say hello, fearless heroes.
Hello, Fearless Heroes.
Hello, fellas.
Wow.
Hello.
Hello, Felicios.
All
Hello,
right.
fellas heroes.
Okay. Before we continue on to the announcements, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a notice. Obviously, you can notice that Ross is not here. He's actually stepping out of the campaign for now. We wish him all the best and hope to have him and Aki return to the Caravan of Chaos soon or one day. So yeah, I'm sure he's gonna probably gonna watch what's gonna happen to these guys as time goes by. So you may see Aki once again, or he might just pop in as a different
Yeah,
character.
he
Who
might pop
knows?
in sometimes. Yeah, he might say hello. All the
Yeah.
best for him. We love you, Ross.
Yeah.
We'll
All
see you
right.
soon, hopefully.
Cool. And now onto the announcements. Cisco.
All right, so we are very excited to be here tonight. I'm super hyped. All our players are too. So yeah, be ready. Get ready for it. If you're new to a stream and have not watched our episodes before, please check us out on YouTube at Rollers of Fate D&D, where you will find all our stuff there: one shots, the Eyes of Observation, our modified Curse of Dining in Barovia, Curse Strat module, and yeah, all right here after we finish. We also have kind of Gmail account as well. If you want to send us any fan art, love, any comments, anything you want, please do so there at rollersoffate@gmail.com. We also have a Twitter/X channel, which is at Fate D&D, where you can see our schedules and some more D&D related stuff there. Content warning: our games can be gory, inappropriate, so on. So yeah, please, discretion is advised. Please feel free to come in and out, swear words, I don't know, you'll see. And please, if you haven't done it already, please give us a follow, share, like our videos. It helps us to get to more people so they can enjoy our videos the same way that you do and be part of our community and support us. And yeah, we'll be forever grateful. And thanks to our players and to Mo as well, and to all of you. So back to you, Mo.
Thank you very much. And okay, let's jump in. Please, whoever's watching at home, make yourself comfortable as we settle in to see what mystery shall be revealed today. Previously on the sealed pages of Verglas, the Ruidium dragon birthed in the center of this chamber fails to keep a form as it becomes surrounded by cocks and scales. Feeling threatened by everyone, it randomly lashes out towards those that surround it, and the battle intensifies. The cocks focus their assault on Max Horrigan and nullifying him from the battle. Seeing that he was in danger, he demanded Grey to help him, and so Grey did, with his divine whip that formed a dragon tail and quickly crushed some cocks. The Baron Vampire sucked on the tiniest of cocks, Ruin Synergy, who fell to the wrath of the dragon and unknown to his friends if he was alive or dead. However, the lethal accuracy of Errol Emmerfield dispatched one of the scales, tipping the advantage to their side. Or so they thought. Grey, seeing that the Iridium dragon was weak, he lashed out at the dragon's mother whip and submitted the creature to its death. At that moment, the dragon turned into sludge, leaving behind a green dragon statue, the size of a humanoid hand. But before Grey would reach to grab it, it flew into Aki's hand. The green dragon statue glowing in his hand, and so was Aki's heart. The remaining scales that were still alive felt the power of the dragon mother surge through them, exalting their abilities. And before anyone could act, they sliced Max Horrigan's hand, grabbed Aki, and started to teleport away. Bruce, in desperation, tried to save his closest friend, but the only thing he could grab of Aki before he teleported away was his coat. And this is where the story continues. You all see Bruce clutching the coat in his hand, but the scales and Aki just vanish before his eyes and before all your eyes. The room immediately becomes silent for a few seconds before the camera shifts to Sangu, who waddles over to Ruin Synergy and touches you. As he does, he bumps into you a Cure Wounds. You take. You just cast it. So, Cure Wounds. Cast. You get 10 HP.
Ooh, it's 10 more than I have now.
Yeah, it is true. And you feel this pure divine water replenish you, and from the brink of death, as you come back to the tortoise toothless smile in your face.
Also, just a little thing from me. As you are holding this coat from Aki as well, Bruce, for a second, you look at your hand, and all of you notice that Bruce is back to his original green color, as when the corruption of the dragon exploded, it sucked off your curse as well.
All right.
Bruce is currently on his knees, clutching the coat, not moving.
Bruce, what the hell happened?
He doesn't answer. He's clutching the coat and staring at it.
You all see.
What the hell did happen?
This one is still alive. Do you want me to stabilize him? You see him waddle over to Max Harrigan.
No heal. Just stabilize. Don't heal him or anything. We need to tie him up and take him back to the fort.
All right, I'll do my best. He is stabilized.
Very efficient.
Thank you.
I'll go over and help tie him up.
Jackal will turn to Harold and be like, "Can't you see if where they teleported to or whatever with your tinny?"
Actually, just quickly, make a dexterity check using your intelligence, your sleight of hand, but use your intelligence for it. So do a sleight of hand check, add advantage, and then use your intelligence for that check. Ziggy.
Okay.
That will be the DC for him to escape on the future. Not that he might be escape or not, but yeah.
Okay, so just to.
So if you're proficient in sleight of hand, then you add your proficiency. Otherwise,
I have Jack of all trades, so I'm just going to do a nature check because I think that'd be the role.
Yeah, that's cool.
I saw him tying up.
He should be already helped, but yeah, if you want to, you can help him.
Can I guidance?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So that's a 13. I'm not good at this.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
As you ask this question, Yagu, to Harold, you see Harold, bring out his wrist spanner, walk up to next to Bruce and kind of check, but then he just turns around and just shakes his head, saying he doesn't know.
Guys, why are we all freaking out? What's going on?
They have Aki.
How? When? What? How? Ziggy?
I don't really know why. So I just thought they took him.
Bruce, you saw what happened, right?
He's still in stunned silence.
It doesn't seem good, but we can try our best to locate him. But I think if anything, they're probably back to our realm. We should probably try our best to follow.
I could possibly get us out of here soon. I need to rest a little bit and gain my magical prowess back.
We all need to, I think. But if one of you can help me, I don't think I've tied this well enough. I'd just like to make sure that I think we're taking this prisoner back.
I'm sure Harold would love to tie up Max.
Okay, so he can make another. You can use Errol's character sheet. The DC will be slightly different now because of that, but he can try again.
Okay, is it same roll, intelligence?
Yeah, it's a sleight of hand using intelligence.
Okay. Okay, he's not proficient, so it'd just be a +1.
Okay. All right.
15.
You can guide him if you want.
Yeah, I was about to say I can guide him and give him inspiration if necessary,
Okay.
which I assume is still a D8.
All right. I mean, anything higher than a 15, you will assume is good. Is okay from now on. You know.
Yeah.
So 17, you will think your character will think is good.
Your inspirations are D10 now, by the way. You said, right?
His bardic ones.
I assumed. I didn't know whether we were going to wait till the long rest or.
I mean, you wherever you level up, obviously whatever you spend doesn't come back, but whenever you level
It
up.
was a 1 anyway.
Okay,
It was
fair
a 1
enough.
anyway.
You jinxed it.
I'm just saying.
So an 18.
Yes. Sorry, I got.
Okay. 18. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
I'm
you
assuming
You
he's
look
gagged.
at the thing, and it seems like you pretty much tied him pretty good.
I'm assuming he's gagged during the tying up.
Do you want to make
Yeah.
sure he's gagged?
Yeah, I think I would have me or Errol would have tried that as well.
Errol would know, as wizards, they can cast with speech. So
Do you want to do an aggressive gag or you want to do a soft gag? Just imagine Harold. How badly will he gag him? Will it be like kind of thing?
Let's
Or
ask Joey when
I'll
he
be
goes
right back.
back.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think that
I like
makes
when he
I
sense.
assume
Like we need
just
to
enough
ask.
to breathe.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
You all kind of settle down. Obviously, the emotion running high. Bruce almost catatonic from what he has happened. However, Yago, you notice it first. As you look around to where the dragon was, you begin to see it kind of almost like being drained into the flesh of this creature itself. And then all of a sudden, you see the ruidium crystals, the shards that are around in this room, beginning to crack, and the color of it beginning to shift and become translucent, as if it's disappearing or being absent of it. And all of a sudden, you begin to see the veins around, the black and red veins that were all surrounding this whole creature's exterior and interior, from what you can see, beginning to kind of just spread and shift away. And all of a sudden, you feel those that have the corruption around them or have had on them, it is now also gone from you. You can remove the
Noise.
exhaustion from yourself, and all of a sudden, Yagu, you feel you've succeeded. You've stopped whatever this corruption was coming from this place. And from the outside point of view, as the camera kind of goes outside this creature itself, you see all the ruidium crystal, the creatures that were inside as well, just dying and collapsing in its place. The worm-like creature just shriveling up, turning and then sinking into the acid itself. Going back outside, you see all the creature and all the membranes that were around in this land beginning to disappear and vanish away.
Huh. Somehow I expected more, but okay. Wait, so that thing was responsible for all of that?
Oh, it seems like it was. I'm just curious. What was that little stone that Aki took.
You mean that
I-
green statue? That's
Yes.
kind of the
I
question
don't
right
think
now.
we're
Yeah.
gonna figure that out.
No, you didn't.
Wait, there was a statue?
When I think I remember when the creature died, the green jade statue that the scales wanted just was drawn to Aki, and before anything could happen, they took him.
None of this makes any sense. If they wanted Aki before, why did they wait till now to take him?
Sungu
Maybe
walks
he
up
was
to.
worthless without that statue, or vice versa.
Why did the statue go directly to Aki? And I'm sure I saw his chest also glowing.
I
Well-
guess that's the next step for us to find out what all of this was.
Oh, well,
I feel like
perhaps.
I was just.
Hmm?
Go ahead, Sungu.
Oh no, I'm just. You see him walking up to Bruce, and he puts his hand on Bruce's shoulder. Oh, Bruce, are you okay? Do you require healing?
Bruce again doesn't respond, but you do see that there's like just there have been tears going down his face. He's not
Hmm.
moved. Like he looks like he's smaller, almost. Like physically, he looks the same. He's taken a bit of a beating, but he's not badly battered.
Well, we need to make a game plan. They just left, so we could possibly still catch up to them, can't we?
I don't think we're able to, not in this condition. I think Bruce needs some time.
Even if we knew where they went to, it's yeah.
It is okay. Let out those tears, Bruce. But remember, all is not lost. He may be gone, but he will be found. I'm sure of it.
I mean, we could still try to get. There's got to be something we can do. We can't just leave him behind.
Well, of course, there's something we can do. But there's just nothing we can do right now.
Maybe once we've got our reward for that one, and I'll point to Matt's, and maybe we can use the funds to, I don't know, help find our way or do something. Maybe, I don't know, try and piece together what information we can about whatever rock it was in Candlekeep.
If they've taken Aki, where do you think they probably took him to? You don't think they took him to her, do you?
I honestly don't know. I don't have the information, but maybe we can look for something at least.
I know that in an hour I could possibly see where Aki is, or at least. Shoot. Actually,
With the second you said, I could possibly see where Aki is, Bruce sort of flinches up a little bit and looks at you and says,
Bruce. Oh, go ahead.
Keep talking.
No, Bruce. Before I could see where he is, I need to have a very special spell component. I need a mirror. It's got to be an expensive one. I know that you don't really care for prices at this time, but
How much?
1,000 gold, maybe.
Fine.
Here, let's go search Max. He's a spellcaster. Maybe he has something.
That may be, I don't know if you say in an hour we could could potentially just be taken away from that sort of magic. I don't know whether it'd work.
That's. I mean, you're not wrong, Ziggy, but it's better than nothing at this point. Could I search either the vampire and Max for a mirror?
You're gonna search both of them.
Yes.
Okay. Make an investigation check for both of them. As you guys are doing this, you see Sungu walk up to Clifford, and Clifford goes, "Well, it seems I've don't want to intrude anymore. This seems a very complicated and emotional state of whatever has happened here, but I've been happy to help again in Sungu, and just a matter of payment now. Oh yes, I have your pearls right here. Ah, very well." And you see Sungu kind of pull out 10 pearls, and the size of them, you kind of estimate each pearl is worth maybe about 250, 500 gold worth piece. And he goes, "Oh, here you go. Ah, I can always count on you. Well, if you ever need me again, you know where to find me. Well, do take care. Say bye to all your friends, even the ones that are not here."
He sounds like a knight, doesn't he?
Mhm.
To Tally ho!
And you see him just, "Farewell." And the water just, and he just disappears from your sight.
He was an odd fellow.
Could I
gonna
possibly
say-
have help?
I was going to say to you, Lucky, when you go to when you mentioned inspecting the bodies for anything that could help, Bruce will stand up and his jacket and his shirt, after being chewed on by a dragon, are probably a mess and ripped to shreds. So he just kind of and just removes the rags, and he puts on Aki's coat, which he cannot close around himself because he's
I
significantly
can-
larger than
If
Aki was.
if Mo is okay with it, I will say just miraculously the jacket is actually not as damaged as you would think it will be, and it's a magical thing, so maybe that's why. But it looks pretty much how it used to look, just a few scratches and a few bits broken. If that's okay with you, Mo, as well.
Yeah.
What, you mean Aki's coat?
Yeah, Aki's coat.
Yeah, I was referring to the clothes. Bruce
Oh,
was
okay,
wearing
okay.
before. Like
Okay,
when he
okay.
wore
Sorry,
the,
I misunderstood
like-
you. But yeah.
The suit he was wearing on the way, and he just sort of removes the remains of which, because he was chewed on by a dragon, they're probably ripped to shreds. And
I have
go on.
Sorry, real quick. I have 2 inspirations. If Lucky's gonna do 2 investigation checks, I can inspire him both times.
I will help you. I will offer you the help
You
action. for
you
both of
can
them.
take time with this. There is no time matter. You will find whatever they have if that makes it easier for everyone.
Yeah, I'll take my time. I'm looking for specifically. I'm looking for their spell components or something that could help me, and
Okay.
obviously gold. But yeah, that comes second.
All right. Well, what do they find on the Baron first? Cisco.
Yeah, now I'm muting myself. Sorry.
They
I
find
was on mute.
silence.
Yeah. As they start looking, there is nothing but silence. Okay, so on the Baron, give me one quick second. Okay, here. All right, so on the Baron first, as you start rummaging his stuff through his stuff, you find 4 potions of healing, regular potions that he didn't consume, surprisingly. You gather as he was regenerating, he was trusting on his own abilities and didn't really work out for him.
Ah, jackass.
Yeah. Also, you will find here, let me just see. You find like some kind of unusual looking gem that he's wearing, actually. You've never seen anything like that. It looks like some kind of shard. And it looks very expensive, and you feel an
identify that.
Okay. As you identify it, let me just give you an image as well. One quick second. You gather that this is a shard solitaire. It's called. It's on D&D Beyond item. This one in particular is as Jacinth. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Jacinth Jacinth. Yeah, it's like the flower, but
I don't
Yeah.
see it. What's it called?
Shard Solitaire. Let me just put it for you on the chat.
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay. And that's what you find on him, as well as some gold. Roll 5d100.
Oh,
Oh, 500 gold, 500 gold, 500 gold.
109.
Okay,
God
so
damn it.
that will be
I-
platinum
How
pieces.
is it?
Oh. Bruce,
There's
would
our
you
mirror,
mind-
boys.
Could you split the
He's
gold
very
there?
wealthy. He's a baron.
Actually, no, I will give all 109 platinum. I'm gonna give that to. I'm gonna if Bruce is still being quiet, I'm gonna stick it into the kitty.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bruce. Since you're taking your time rather than needing the help with the investigation, he's stood up, removed the ripped up shreds of his shirt and jacket, and put on Aki's coat. He's just kind of. He's not quite catatonic at this point, but kind of staring off into space. You can still see where there's still like it's like the occasional tear down his face. He's still saying very, very little. I'll put in the chat of holding 109 platinum.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh,
And
Shard
this is
Soul.
how you guys tell me how you spell this actually. Jacinth, I think is how you spell it. Jacinth.
I have never heard of that.
It's I think it's a type
red
of
one? Like a
yeah.
red one?
I think it's a
Oh,
type of
Jacin.
flower, no, or a gem. I'm not sure actually if it's a flower or a gem. I think it's both. It sounds
See-
like a flower in Spanish that is called jacinto, so I think it's that.
That's it.
I'll offer it to Ziggy first. Ziggy, do you want this? And I'll pass him the necklace, the Shard of Solitaire.
It may be useful. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Potentially.
I keep
just
looking it up
wait.
and I just can't find it.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
I think I know why. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
put in the actual name of the item.
you see the gem itself is like a red, orangey red, and as you identified as well, you know that this pendant will allow you to cast Fireball or Firestorm, depending how many charges you wanna do. It's a rare item, once per day. Well, it depends on how many charges you use, but it's got 6 charges, and you can use it as fit once you're tuned to it. You can also use a bonus action while wearing the orb to hold in this solidarity to teleport yourself along with anything you're wearing, like a Misty Step as well. You can use this property a certain amount of times. You'll see all there.
Well, that'd be really nice for you, Ziggy.
Potentially sure. I don't know why D&D Beyond is being D&D Beyond.
You also,
You
as you
get it now?
search through, yeah,
Yeah.
you also find as you kind of look through this kind of very unique key. It has a kind of crest on it, but it's not some. It's a very kind of like old crest. It's like maybe a family heirloom, probably too. It looks like a property key or something like that. And you're not too sure, but it looks. It's a key.
I'll throw the key at Bruce. I don't want that. I'm looking for something
Bing,
more
bing.
important.
One bounces off his head.
Okay.
So key. What was the description for it? Raki.
The key
Has a-
itself, it looks very kind of. It opens like a large door.
So
Pretty thick key, but it's got a kind of crest on it.
So, like one of the
Nice.
Legend of Zelda Master Room keys.
I'll put
Sure.
put crest key.
Yeah.
Crest key.
All right.
There we go.
As you move on to searching Max Hurricanes, let's go. What do they find?
All right. So on this one, you find quite a menagerie of unusual things. First, also moving on the gems theme, is all about gems today. You find 6 rainbow color kind of crystal gems.
6
They-
rainbow gems.
Yeah, they actually feel very magical as well.
I'll just identify everything we come across with him that we don't
Okay.
know.
Sure.
As you identify them, you figure out these are gems of possibility. However, they have a tiny twist to them that your identify does not reveal.
Okay, 6
Okay.
gems.
A positive thing, potentially.
Are these going in the chat of holding for now?
Probably.
I would like to hold on to. No, I won't take them.
For now, because we can divvy them out when we're in a safer
Also,
environment.
once the gem is used, it becomes a normal non-magical gem that is worth
Oh.
50 gold pieces as well.
Yeah, definitely hold on to them then. Save them for a rainy day.
Yep. So I've just put in 6 gems of possibility in the as the description in the chat of holding. I've not written in the
I
block.
would recommend you to take one each because these ones you will have to have them on you all the time to use them. So it's 6 of you. So up to you.
If
No,
you
there's
know
only
what?
5.
Oh
know
no! Whoa, damn it, I'm sorry.
I will take one. Thank you very
There's
much.
only 5 of us.
No,
There's
you can
only
save
5.
you can save one for Mary in Candlekeep.
We'll throw one away.
She can be your replacement.
Yagu does not get any. I just heard what Mark said there.
Oh, damn.
Sorry, Bruce is not participating at all in this really because he can't. Is that
I'll
an
take one.
official item that you can find on D&D Beyond?
I'm not actually sure. I think it's called something else. I will check them for you. Pretty much it's an inspiration that you can use, but you have to role play them out and kind of take it out with your interaction or reaction to actually use it.
Okay,
I'll check the official name because I know in Critical Role they use them. I'll have a look. I think it's called Mode of Possibility, maybe.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
what it's called.
Yeah.
Let me just let's have a look.
I'm also going to give you 3 of the health potions, by the way, Bruce, to put into the pack.
3 to go into the
The-
chat of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can put them in there.
Also, in there, you find a scroll. It's a scroll from an ancient version of a spell that you don't recognize as such. If you were to identify it as well, Siggy, I will tell you what it is and what it does.
Yeah, just assume I've identified it all. Like wasted
Okay.
10 minutes to cast it each time.
All right. So the spell is called Broken Deadly Finger.
Okay.
Is similar to Finger of Death, but it's a slight modification to it. It does 78 plus 10 damage. Same Constitution saving throw to get that. If the
So 7d10.
78 plus 10.
Alright, okay.
If this damage reduces the target to 0 HP, their soul is entrapped within a crystal-like nail that it becomes a cage until the crystal is destroyed.
Right, okay.
So if he had used it on any of you and killed you with it, he will have your soul entrapped forever.
Oh, not again.
However, you feel as well, this might not work with certain creatures who are connected to deities or chosens of gods or very high level legendary creatures. Unsure why or which ones, but on a regular basis, it should work with anyone.
Right, okay.
As well, who would like to make a fate roll? Who will determine whether he has a mirror? And there is no inspiration, there is no help, there is nothing here. A component for a scry. Who would like to do that fate roll? If Mo is okay with it. Mo is gonna
100%,
slap me
I
afterwards.
100% agree with this. He might be as vain piece of shit and carry an expensive
Yeah.
mirror with him. So
I think so too.
who's making it?
I'm doing
May
those
I?
guys.
Mark, I think Mark should do it. This is Yagu's thing. So
Sure.
Redemption
Right.
arc.
Come on,
If
Yago.
this I mean, this,
Can we get a drum roll?
you get if you
I'm
get
gonna-
the
I'm gonna-
curse is
I'm not
officially
gonna
gone.
talk.
Drum roll, everybody.
Like,
Okay.
it's
You got
yeah,
some
it's-
salt? Actually, make a circle of salt around yourself quickly before you roll.
No, that's not the drum
I
roll.
have peanuts.
Just take it a lot of time. Mo.
Look, that's
Anyway.
salt. That might work. Okay, that's kind
What
of salt.
are you
Wait.
calling? Then I'll begin my
I'll
drum roll.
help you.
I'll see if
that.
I have a drum roll. I don't know.
I'll
Drum
do
roll.
myself. I'll do myself. What are you calling, Mark? What are you calling?
It's gonna be a I roll.
Aigu.
No,
no, no, no, no.
yeah, there we go.
The curse is back! Damn it!
Oh, damn it! Now
I,
you hear the music of the Wednesday. Dip, 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 dip.
I break Max's neck. Done.
Fucking neck stepper.
Yeah. Unfortunately, as you look for it, you find something that resembles a mirror, and in the moment you touch it, it crumbles into ashes. Make a Constitution saving throw, as that's a natural one.
Woo?
You,
Oh,
Yagu,
So there
I
was
wasn't
one.
searching anyone. I was just
There
making
was
a roll.
one. There
you
was
making the
one.
fake roll.
There was a mirror and you dissolved it. You
Of
dusted it.
course, now you act like this
Wow.
good shot.
Okay. You feel this kind
Oh.
of like negative force kind of entering you, but you think you are too hype at the moment. You just heal and cleanse your leg. Nothing is gonna affect you anymore, and you break it off.
Yaku just says no.
Yeah, no, I cast no.
Natural 1 to natural 20.
I know that's
Who
how
owns a
Yagu
faulty
rolls.
mirror? What is this for crap?
Okay. Can I frantically search the rest of the room, like for a dragon's hoard or something? There's got to be, like, I'm just desperate.
And it's a heart.
I'm desperate. I'm desperate for that mirror.
As the rest of you kind of start taking a little short rest, you see Ruin Synergy just running, looking around, knowing that this is some sort of dragon-like creature, expecting and hoping to find some sort of gold or hoard or anything like that, but nothing is found. But you do hear, after like an hour, the sound of like trickling water, like click, everywhere around, and all of a sudden you begin to see that the flora, it's getting like, there's like little puddles, and then you see a little kind of stream forming around.
Oh, I guess that's the cue to get out of here.
Yeah.
Potentially, we're all able to still breathe, aren't we?
We should have a couple of hours left.
Yeah. And Eld will pop up saying, "I think I've worked out water breathing now. I think I can do that."
Well,
So if that ever runs out, we'll still be fine. Good.
I guess we're all okay here, but what about him? If he won't be able to breathe underwater.
We can
I could-
probably put the water breathing on him or give him a stroll.
Can you cast the skull on someone else?
I toss a scroll at Errol. So there's now 3 scrolls of air bubble in the chat of holding. And before we go, Bruce would like to go and find Reapy Cheap.
Right. As you go head back to where you guys came from, you see him. He's just there, just on his like standing up, looking into, and he just sees you kind of coming, and then kind of looks at you, and then he just starts scurrying on top.
As he scurries up the coat, I reach in for one of Aki's many pockets. Do I find some kind of treat?
Make an investigation check.
Can I guidance myself?
Sure.
Quick thing, just to let you know.
As
I don't know
need
why,
it.
Cisco,
Mm-hmm.
but the content sharing wasn't working for
Oh,
your D&D Beyond, so that's why we haven't been able to find the item.
oh,
However-
okay. Let me have a look. Maybe something's happened to it.
I don't know what's happened, but I
Yeah.
literally just bought the magic items from the book, and I can
Oh,
access
no.
it now.
Okay. Let me
very
have a
strange.
look. Yeah,
I'll-
that's weird.
I'll bill you the £4.99.
No! Why you did that? You should have told me. Why did you do that? You're crazy. No,
It's
and I'm
fine. I won't. It's
okay.
fine.
1 second.
But,
Let me
yeah,
see.
I've got it now. I probably may attune to it during the
price, the
Content
price.
sharing enabled by Teleron.
All right.
We'll sort it. We'll sort out at the break.
Yeah, my content sharing is on. I don't
Yeah,
know why.
I don't know, so I literally just
Yeah.
bought it now.
Sorry.
As
Let's
you
not worry
put
about it too much.
as you put your hand into the pocket, you look around and you see that it's strangely deep, and you think, oh god, he's This is how he's normally carrying a lot of food and stuff, and you're rummaging around. You do feel some sort of kind of moist substance, but
it
you
the
also feel
everlasting-
you also feel like a piece of paper in there.
Okay, piece of paper. The everlasting cupcake. Surely that's here somewhere.
Yeah, you took it
Um,
out, and that's what you find. Very soggy, the
I
immortal
have the
cupcake.
list of everything in his coat pockets. If you want me to read it out.
It's okay. I've got it,
I'll
yeah.
check with you later on because it will be that's
I
important.
know.
That'd be
I
like-
know why now. I don't know the book. That one. That's why.
Okay,
Ah,
so
right, fair enough.
Yeah. Sorry.
Bruce will sit and show this to Reepicheep because Reepicheep knows it's the immortal cupcake. So you like it now, it'll be perfect tomorrow.
You
It's all
see-
yours.
You see him. He takes a piece of the cake. He breaks a little bit, and he offers one bit to you.
Oh my god. Trying to make me greet again, you bastard. Bruce will accept that, and he'll nod like a warrior's
He'll
nod,
nod. Then nod back
and you'll eat it.
later.
And he does just say again, "It's yours now." So he'll put it in the pocket, even assuming Reepicheep goes into along with the tier of saloon that he was guarding.
Mhm.
And he sees the note.
Okay. As you pull it out, you see it's a letter, and it says it's a letter to Bruce and Bruce.
Oh shit.
But the thing is, when you pull it out, there you do feel that there are other papers in there as well. Now that you start checking it.
He's gonna wait for a little bit. He'll put it back and later. He'll rejoin everyone else.
Okay, I think you see Harold. He's already used the scroll to put a bubble on Max Horrigan's head, and then you see him lift him onto his shoulder, like it's his responsibility to carry him, and it's his.
Quick thing. What's the spell level of the scroll, by the way?
It's a level 9, I believe.
Oh, that-
Let
the
me
other
make
one?
Sure. Let me make sure.
Which-
The one from Max Horrigan.
Yes.
Let me just make sure. I think it's level 7 actually, not 9. Let me just.
Is it a blank one? Because I missed that earlier.
The blank scroll.
I'm
Which
just
one?
wondering because when I asked what it was, as a reminder, Lucky said it's a gross spell scroll, and
Oh,
unless-
gross.
Oh no!
nice.
I was making fun of all spell scrolls. All spell scrolls
Yeah,
are
no,
gross.
it's
Fuck.
1 second. Yeah, it's level.
basically
It's
a
level
finger of that, but
level 7. Yeah, it's a modified version of Finger of Death. Yeah.
Right.
Let me see Soul Cage, which level it at, because it's a mix of both.
I think that's
Okay,
level
6. Yeah, it's lower. So 7. Yeah.
Okay. Does it have the effects of Soul Cage as well?
Just the soul entrapment if he kills the creature.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so Ziggy has it in his own bag rather than the chat folding.
I was gonna say I figured Ziggy was like our spell scroll guy.
It seems to become a habit, which I don't like.
Hmm.
But yeah.
I can't
Really
use it for
quickly-
You
rage,
know
so-
what? Make a fate roll actually.
Oh, because we did so good on the last one.
Siggy, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, roll.
Okay.
Oh,
Hi.
Yes, Siggy,
Fucking hell, Mark.
No.
You
Really?
dreamed
No.
high.
Mark, I worked so hard to get rid of your curse,
You
and you've brought
dreamed
it back.
high, I
Thank
was
you
like,
very
oh,
much.
Fuck it, let's
no.
do
And I
this.
ruined in
And
one
we'll
session.
die.
I'm so
It
good at this
does.
game.
It does not have the effect of Soul Cage.
Okay.
It could have.
No worries.
Sorry.
All right. As you grab your things, and you begin. Which way do you guys head? Do you go the way you came, or do you move to what seems to be the direction where the opening on the other side, where you assume
Oh,
the other party came from?
Going that way.
two ends
Yeah.
of the dragon we could go out.
I'd say we go back the way the other scales came through because I do not want to go through the stomach again.
Like, that must suck right now with all the... Yeah, no. Not swimming through that.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
You begin moving and heading
Just for
through.
a bag.
And as you move through it, you see it kind of goes back into a similar chamber where you remember the mist being poured onto you, but there's no gas anymore. There's none of that happening anymore. And as you follow it through, you do see the kind of blockade, or the collapse of where where you saw the tunnel collapse before. But you see that because the corruption is not holding it all together, it has loosened up, and with easily, as you move a few of the rubbles out of the way, you find yourself free into the long kind of tunnel that leads to the mouth of the creature. And as you follow that through and find your way out, you see the ocean in front of you.
Perhaps we should mention the merfolk and the people in the city above of this as well.
I think it would be a good idea.
Don't you think we should just tell them it's too dangerous to enter into this thing?
For now, but at some point I think all of the corruption will be gone. So.
Do we have enough time with the 8 points at the bubble?
Like, if I did the math correctly, we should have 8 hours, but I'm not sure, so I look at the DMs.
You had 40 hours, 2 hours, 4 hours. Yeah, about 7 to 8 hours. Yeah, I would say.
Emerald will say water breathing isn't an issue anymore.
Can you cast that off?
Just a reminder.
Yeah, you can cast it now, so will be fine.
Okay.
So maybe we should go to Bastion first, the lobster, maybe. You can take us to the city and then we go to the other city, I guess.
Merfolk and then up top.
Alright. You move
Maybe
along.
they have a mirror.
You move along, and as you swim and have this conversation, you find yourself heading back to where the merfolk are. And on your return, you see that they already see and feel the benefits of what has happened. There is this, this burden, this gloom that was kind of over this whole village seems to be lifted. People are kind of moving around. Kids are kind of playing outside. And you see Apariel and kind of Bastion there. As he sees you come in, he looks at you all. You're alive!
Yeah, man.
Hey! Yeah, man! Oi!
Sorry, I had to.
Did you think we were gonna die or something in there?
For sure. Me don't know when you're gonna be coming back. Me thought you were dead for days.
Joke's on you, a part of me did die.
Yep, no, that's, to be fair, a fair assumption with us.
So you find what you're looking for.
We
did.
fought and tried our best to defeat what we were looking for. We still failed.
You don't think you failed? Look, the corruption is disappearing. You did something good.
But it cost quite a bit.
Yeah, what? Alright, yeah, where's your man? Your red scale dude.
That's what it cost.
I'm sorry for your loss. Rest him in pieces.
He's not dead. He's not dead. He's just missing. Now,
Then it is not good and not bad at all then.
it's still not good. He went somewhere I wouldn't want
follow.
anyone to go.
Fair enough.
But you could help us. You collect stuff, don't you?
Well, yeah, I do. I got everything I gave to you from what I found down there. I have the stuff that you gave me. Unless you got new stuff to spare me, I could give stuff back.
We just need a mirror. An expensive one.
We don't have any mirror down here, but perhaps the folk up top, they may have something for you. If you're willing to swim for a while.
I'd rather not waste my time going back to them. How about you guys?
It could be nice to maybe get out from the rain, the wetness, and rest up before we head back down to our realm.
They have made something to offer to us since, well, we fixed the problem.
Yeah, potentially.
You see the chieftain come, Apariel's there, and then Bastion kind of translates, and Apariel says, well, whatever you've done, you've taken away the corruption. We can go back to our home. We can't let the upfolk come down again. My dad won't allow it. They came once and we agreed and they shoved us out. We can't let them do that again.
Then perhaps one of you should come with us, and we will make sure that they won't provoke with you guys anymore.
Are you willing to do that?
Might as well.
And you see them kind of talking amongst each other. And
While
they
they
say,
do that, Bruce leans into Iago and just says quietly, says, "You inviting them whether you like."
Like, I don't think they know about my lake.
No, I asked.
Then what do you mean?
I was asking you inviting them to live there. That's what it sounded like.
Not that they have a whole ocean, no. Like, you've been to my lake, that's not nearly big enough for all these people, and well, I still don't know the state of my lake. Maybe it's still corrupted there.
I don't know.
Right, please continue. Well, that's all Bruce was asking.
We will see what they want, and we will negotiate.
I will come with you. I think it will be best that I, as the leader of this village, speak to them. I will bring Bastion as my translator, even though they will not feel a bit confused by the situation. I'm sure he'll be able to explain everything to them clearly, right, Bastion? Yeah, man. And then you see, we will need to make sure that they do not harm or destroy the sacred beast Damu. That is one thing for sure. We will make arrangements, but you do not need to escort us. But if you wish to go there for your own purpose, well, we are happy for you to come along.
Yeah, I want to see and speak to them.
Very well. We'll make preparations. If you wish, we can rest. You can rest here for tonight, and then we can head there tomorrow, or we can head there now. But it seems like you guys have taken a little beating.
We will be able to do that. I think we all need the rest. Maybe one more night under the sea. It wouldn't be too bad. But our air bubbles aren't going to last much longer. But I think Eld will then pop up. Once I've rested, I can cast water breathing on you guys. It won't be a matter. I finish before you all, and then yeah.
You can always like re-rest again, I suppose, halfway through.
Well, no,
Restore those spell slots.
it takes him 4 hours to rest, so he can just
Yeah.
cast water breathing once he's done.
Elf power.
Yeah.
Elf power.
Then we'd
It's
have
just more if you
20
want to
hours.
restore the spell slots, you'd rest the remaining 4 hours to restore them again.
I suppose so.
Yeah, you might as well cast it now then, yeah, then just long rest.
You can cast it now if you want. How long does it last? 24 hours or 8 hours?
24 hours, so we'd have 16 hours of water breathing.
That's fine.
And
You
we're
can cast it now.
we're not staying that long here.
Okay. Well, Errol will do that then.
I'll cast water breathing, and then
It's up to 10 creatures, I believe. Yep,
great.
10 creatures.
Oh. Sorry, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Come
man.
on, come on.
Yeah, man.
After a little while,
Gross.
you all see the kind of the sunlight above kind of fade away into the night, and it's an eventful night as the merfolk bring out and hunt down food for you all. Nothing cooked, all raw, fish and seaweed and whatnot. Bring to you for you to eat underwater. And there are festivities. There are people dancing, cheering, joyous of what you have done. But during the night, Sangu approaches Yagu. And, well, if the corruption is gone from here, perhaps the lake has been cleansed too.
We will have to see for ourselves. Not smart to make assumptions yet.
Will you continue your duties? Remain the protector of the lake? Once we return?
I don't know if I can, to be honest.
You can't?
Like,
Or
I
you don't want
think
to?
it's Eldad's plan anymore for me to stay there. She clearly sent me on my pet, and well, that pet they needed to, well, all of this, so.
I agree with you, Yago. And I believe that is why she sent me back here. So that I could help you as best as I can. And so that for you to finish whatever she has planned for you. You can leave the lake to me. I was the better gardener anyway. I'll make sure it is returned back to its original state.
You mean the guy that watered plants that were living next to water? Yeah, you would be definitely the better guardian. Sure. You'll tap in on his shell.
I want to give you something. It might be a bit more useful to you now, as I will only be sitting at the lake. Here. And you see him take out a little item and give that to you. I'm not sure if it requires attunement, but it requires. I don't know if you have any attunement slots. Do you have attunement slots?
No, I would be very fucked. Like, it's either the Ring of Stars, the Staff of Healing, or the Blades, so.
Okay, fair enough. Well, this one doesn't require
Is it like we spoke? Like it requires a team member doesn't use a slot?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll do it that way. He takes out this amulet that he was wearing. Well, here is an amulet of the devout. Take this. To show your devotion to her.
Okay,
It is
Well,
a out of
what
game
level
out of the thing is called the amulet devout. It's a +1. But
oh yeah, I see it, yeah.
yeah, so you can equip it. You don't have to attune to it, so you can still gain the same benefits to it.
Surprised that Sungu's not mentioned anything about seeing Yagu go into rage.
Well, why not? Let's bring that up now.
Coincidence.
I'm going to bed. Oh.
Good night, Sungu. Right now.
I witnessed something that I only briefly saw before. What was that you channeled into?
I guess that's something I've learned from Bruce over there. It's quite a long story.
I'm concerned slightly, Yago. When I asked you before, have you been fighting and hurting? That is not Eldath's way, and it seems as if... I do not know if you've been forced into situations where you have to, or You are doing it because you want to. Whatever the case, you should not be hurting those creatures.
I guess you're right.
I am always right.
No, now you're wrong. See, that's where it doesn't.
If I think I'm always right, I am always right.
Sure thing, buddy. Once again, he taps on the show. Well, I guess I've kind of driven away from Eldad's pets amongst the journey. I guess the hatred of this world became a bit too much for me, and I got steered into it. I actually never felt that before, you know, that rage.
Why don't you let Eldath guide you through that? Perhaps she has a purpose for you in that too.
Well, that's kind of part of the issue as well, because it honestly feels like that Eldad just set me on my way to figure it out on myself without having to. Without her previous lessons to make sense to me.
But isn't she always like that? There's never any straight answers. There are only signs and guidance from her. She is like a river, always flowing. And it is for us to follow that, to see where it takes us in our journey.
Even if that journey ends on land, meaning I have to drive away from her.
You think that whatever she's doing may be taking you further away? But she may be doing that to bring you even closer.
Yeah, but closer to what? To
Closer to whatever you are needed for. We are only vessels to their ultimate plans, Yagu. Try
so
not
what?
straying away from that. And you see him look towards the blades on the side and then look back at you.
Then what do you think is the right path for me?
It is not for me to say or tell you. It is for you. And he taps you on the head to figure out what that is. But if as long as you have Eldath in your focus, and if you know that this is probably what you want her, what she wants you to do, then you should do it. Otherwise, you should just sleep.
Good point. Good night, anyone keeping this show.
You see him stand over you for a moment.
Yeah,
And
he'll
then
stick his head out and like, I will sleep on it. No worries, and he go back in.
Good night, Yago. Good night. And you see him. Hear his kind of like, not footsteps, but him just kind of like swimming away. And
Swim steps.
yeah. And before we continue into the next step, is there any other roleplay that anyone else wanted to kind of do?
Yeah. I'll.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna try and float around in the water until I can find Bruce.
He's staying away from the festivities, not engaging with any of it. Just kind of sat down on his own.
Then Ruin will just float up to you and just, Bruce, how you holding up?
He just sort of glances at you. Is that? How do you think?
Well, I would imagine not well, but you know we're gonna find Aki, right? We're gonna get him back. I mean, just think about it this way. Eventually he's gonna eat through all their food eventually. We're gonna get him.
He's been taken by some of the worst people in the world. I don't know what we'll find when we do.
Well, what makes you... I wish I had the right words to say to you, Bruce. I don't want to watch you tear yourself down. That's kind of like how I first met you.
Yeah, well, you better turn away.
There's nothing I could say or do to help you at this time.
No. But he looks right at you this time. So thanks for asking.
I'm just sorry there's not much I could do for you at this time. And Ruin will just put one hand on your shoulder, just a little pat, and then try to at least sleep a little bit, Bruce.
Yeah. Sleep.
Yeah.
Hi, Joey.
Ruin. Hello, Joy. Ruin will fly off.
Out of curiosity, were Sungu and Yagu, I think, away from everyone? I'm just curious if Bruce is anywhere nearby them at all. I'm just curious if you would have overheard them discussing what Sungu saw.
No, I think everyone's kind of in their kind of separate parties, having these
Okay.
conversations and stuff like that. So yeah.
Ah, well then, opportunity lost. Never mind.
All right.
Joey's back.
I know.
Yep. Hello, guys. Sorry.
Okay. Well,
Time to interrogate.
Harold, you see there's festivities around, but you've been carrying Max Horrigan's body around yourself, keeping him close, making sure he won't get away again. But he's unconscious at this point.
Mhm.
He hasn't woken up. He's been given a bubble around his head so he'll be able to breathe. And obviously, one of his arms has been chopped off, but it's been stabilized, so there's no more bleeding. But you kind of have taken his body, and you are in some sort of underwater hut by this merfolk, and you're sitting in there with him alone, while everyone else is outside talking, drinking, talking and eating. And you're just staring at him right now. He's just unconscious body, seeing him. And this is after the first time, after a long time, you've seen him this up close, and you try remembering that kind of face, and he's aged, even though it's been 100 or something, and he's a human. Clearly he's been doing something to live longer than anyone else, probably some magic or of some sort of necromancy ability that he's keeping himself alive. But you look at him and you stare at him and you see the Thayan tattoos around him. Strange, they're a bit red compared to what you remember them being black and stuff. Perhaps it's because he's with the scales, or Maybe it might be for other reasons. But he's alone. You are alone.
Yeah, Errol's just gonna get his dagger. He's gonna kind of stare at the blade for a second, see a reflection of himself. And then he's just gonna put it away. And I guess the thing is that so one of his hands is missing, and I'm assuming you guys gagged him.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is. Yeah.
that's what I figured.
We had a question for you because
Yeah.
you were the
Oh, sure.
gagger. Will it be an aggressive gag, kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
like really
Oh, yeah.
uncomfortable?
Like, yeah,
and,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, like, he's not gonna have a fun time.
We thought so.
Harold had
Yep.
fun pulling the javelin that was pinning to the wall out of him.
Yep.
Like
Twisting it on the way out, like that kind of thing.
that. Sun
Just
Goose
like an
stabilized
imp
him
with a
again.
ball, yeah, in the mouth, yeah.
Yep. And what I'm gonna do is let's see, where are my spells? Okay, there you are. I'm gonna use a second spell slot to summon good berries, so I'm just gonna have 10 good berries on me.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get that displayed, and I will take all 9 of them, put them in my inventory, and I'm just gonna wait for him to wake up. I'm not gonna if he does wake up, then that'll be something else. If he doesn't, then Errol will just be staring, debating at the moment.
Okay. You stare at him.
Yep.
An hour goes past. 2 hours go past. It gets very, very late. You hear everyone else kind of outside stop with their festivities. People go into their own huts. And for the rest of you, they've made arrangements for you guys to sleep in your own little huts that they've makeshift themselves to give you your privacy. But they know that you are in this one, you're alone. And after a couple of more hours, as you just sit there waiting for him, you see him staring a little bit. His eyes just slightly flutter open. He winces in pain as his eyes open. He scowls and looks around to see where he is and his surrounding. He's not saying anything, screaming or shouting. He immediately understands that his mouth is being
Yep.
is being gagged. And when he makes eye contact with you, there's a slight squint, and he's just staring at you back.
Bet you never thought you'd see my kind again, did you? Although, you look a bit thirsty there, and Errol's gonna get his good berry, and at first he's gonna kind of keep holding it out to him, and at the last second he's just gonna crush it and put it over his mouth. And then just whatever the skin is left, just flick it onto his eye. I could kill you now, but it's not as satisfying, and your ilk, slithering everywhere you go, you enjoy winning and more than anything else, but here you are, pathetic, practically shitting yourself. I'd ask you how it feels, but this situation. So, with that being said, try to have fun in the next couple hours. And Errol's gonna grab his head and then just knee him in the face as aggressively as he can. Basically breaking his nose if he can in the process. Yep. And whether that knocks him out or not is up to you, but yeah.
Sure, roll a d4.
Okay. And then that's a 1.
Okay.
Not a
You
lot
see
of
him
damage.
as you knee him in the head. His nose gets crushed, and you see his eyes just slump down again, unconscious, just falls.
Just a taste. And then I'll just while grabbing his head, just flick it back and go back to watching again, because Errol knows better than to leave a wizard alone, even as tied up as he is.
Perfect.
Okay.
And as the camera comes out of that, we shift back into Yaga, as you are there in your shell, sleeping. You having thoughts. The words of Sangu kind of echo into your mind, the things he's saying. There's almost like a weight to it. And it kind of gets to you in your head about thinking about Eldath. And as you continue to kind of think about it, you do go into this gentle sleep. But this sleep takes you, you don't know if it's a dream or if it's you've been taken somewhere, but the feeling is familiar. And you feel the presence of Eldath now. Not of the other person, not the other deity, but Eldath close to you, right next to you. And as you curl inside your shell, you feel her curled next to you, embracing you. She's looking directly into your eyes with a gentle smile. You know that she's thanking you in a way. She's embracing this moment with you to tell you that what you have done has helped her. And there she just lays there, just staring at you, almost as if a mother would hold her child to her bosoms, to her chest, to give her that comfort, skin to skin.
Well, I guess we have done it. Does this mean the lake is fixed now?
She looks at you. She nods. But then you get this feeling, this overwhelming feeling, as if there is still more to do. You have another path to take.
I figured.
And you feel as she brings her face close to your head and kisses your forehead, you feel this blessing and this soothness, this serenity to you. And you open your eyes and you feel she's gone. That warmth is still there. That warmth. You look towards your daggers. The blades. When you say the warmth, you feel, is it the warmth from the blades? Or is it from her? You get a little confused again, it's a bit hazy. But you know that she came to you. And that takes you into another gentle sleep, where you complete a long rest and you gain a new feat. So if you look into feats, there is a feat called Let There Be. Is it called Let There Be? Let me double find out for you what it's called.
I've got a
Let there
quick
be
thing.
serenity or let there be pain.
That's
That
the
one.
I think that's what you said. Let it be, yes, serenity, no? Yeah.
Yes.
Sure, I will read through it.
That's an awesome title for a feat right there.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So
When you
cool.
stub your toe to the corner of a of a table.
Just quickly, another thing as well. While I probably should have mentioned it, but I only thought of it afterwards.
Mhm.
Before Errol goes off and spends his time with Mats just then,
Sure.
Ziggy would have given him the scroll of counterspell and just say he's tied up, but just in case.
Appreciate it.
That'll be that.
Okay. And I'll create a custom item and just make it later.
As you all go to sleep, you all gain the benefits of a long rest. However, Harold, as you kind of go into a trance and you wake up from the trance, unless you don't want to and you want to go get a point of exhaustion and not take a long rest.
I will risk it if it means keeping an eye on him. Again, I really don't want him pulling any shady shit, so
Okay.
Harold will forego it if I have to.
After an hour,
Just quickly out of game, you could take watches to watch him between ourselves.
So I have a way
if
of
you want.
counteracting exhaustion,
Okay.
so it's fine.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
yeah, I thought I know you have now, so that's
Yeah.
why I was like,
So that's why I'm like I'm perfectly okay forbidding it. Like
yeah.
I have a way around it. But thank you, Cisco. Thank you guys.
Mhm.
So let me just add that condition.
You see him after an hour after you kicked him in his nose, rendered him unconscious once again. You see him in the middle of the night wake up and push himself to sit up against using the wall behind him, and again, still gagged and tied, look at you. He doesn't even look angry. He doesn't look desperate. He's just looking at you, looking at your features. And then there is a moment while he's looking at you and you're looking back at him that something clicks in him. Almost as if he now recognizes maybe something about you, something, but obviously he's gagged. He doesn't say anything.
You put it together yet? Certainly hope you have, because it's going to be a lot more fun when you have. I'm what remains of your poison. I'm their ghost of all the people that you've ruined 154 years ago. I don't know how you're alive, and I'm gonna be honest, I really don't care. Sold your soul to some devil, some undead god. Really doesn't matter to me. The only reason you're still breathing is because you have some use. So, I suggest, if you want to keep breathing, you keep what use you have. Because, quite frankly, if you do anything to irritate me, I will throw you in a bag and drown you here. Sorry, I was just reading the chats. That being said, Errol's just going to keep an eye on him, and that's it. So I already added the point of exhaustion, and that's just the entire night.
You see him as you say that, he starts kind of chuckling to himself. He points. He says he points to his gag, like with his eyes.
Oh, come now. You're not the smartest person in the room. You're not even top 10, so I suggest you save your energy and sleep. I could, of course, make that a lot easier for you, if you would like.
He smirks. Doesn't say anything.
Yep.
As you sit there watching him, he doesn't sleep. He sits there watching you, just staring at you as well. And before you knew it, there is this little brink of light that comes in from the ocean above, and you see the merfolk outside beginning to talk and speak, and you realize that a long time has passed. People have probably slept and awoken. So you already marked up exhaustion, and you just see him just there, just looking at you, staring at you.
Gotcha. I'm just typing in. Sorry, I'm listening. I'm just typing in the item real quick. Okay.
Yeah, just in case you haven't checked the chat, Mo, I forgot. We forgot the stuff on his character sheet too. So they have Max Herdigan had as well a back of holding and deadly token, that he can speak to death once per day only,
Mhm.
and a sending stone as well. One of the ones that is not connected to another sending stone is just like a free sending once
And,
per day.
Thank you. And I guess the only other thing Errol's going to do is he's seen everybody's getting ready. He's like, well, your eyes are starting to irritate me. And like I said, what happens when I get irritated? So Errol's going to get some more rope and he's going to keep tying around his head to completely shut his eyes with just rope. So kind of like picture it like, tying around and around. Even if it squeezes his head a little bit. Like, again, Errol's not trying to make him comfortable. He's just trying to block off his eyesight.
Okay.
Oh, there you are. Nothing but a fucking lemur now. And then Earl's just gonna like drag him if he has to, or carry him, whichever one is probably the
Yeah.
least.
He keeps himself very limp to make your life very, very difficult.
All right.
Um,
And mhm.
if we see that while we're moving, I don't know how well it can swim. I assume it's like anything, but I can have the construct just carry him.
If you want to,
Yeah.
yep. And then Earl will just hand him off.
Yeah, and have the construct carry him for an hour.
Yeah, and then Earl will switch back as soon as that's over.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't think construct have a swimming speed, right?
No.
Okay, so he's probably going to just walk underwater.
Yep.
Okay. Fair
Well,
enough.
I assume like me it can try.
It can't. It's a construct. I don't think it's even going to be able to swim.
Okay.
It
Well,
have, yeah.
that it was a 50% idea anyway.
No, it's cool. It's
yeah.
fine. It
Well,
makes.
it'll get to a certain point anyway. So
Yeah.
All right.
I just thought it was strong.
You all wake up the next morning. Well, what is the plan? What are you guys going to do?
I think we're gonna go back. Errol is so. I think with everything that happened, Yagu, you okay? Are we done here with the lake thing? Or oh, never mind. I'll ask Sungru. Is there anything concerning the lake that you think we should do here? Because personally, I think we should get a move on to the material plane.
Truthfully, I have no idea. We came here. It seems like we've completed our goal
Oh,
or a mission, and
there
now we
is.
should return home.
I agree, but there is one thing, and if we're still in the Merfolk village, Errol will have hopefully remembered, but he will take out the halfling body and he'll just say to the Merfolk, "Hey, if you could do me a favor, if you could hand this off back to the surfacers, maybe you guys could use it as leverage or something. It doesn't matter. Just
Oh, Joey, we were gonna go to the surfacers after the
we
mermaids.
were okay. Never mind. And Errol will put that away. Retcon that. That never happened. So we're going to the surfacers, and Errol can do his business there.
Oh, just a quick thing I forgot as well. During the night, you were awake at some point, Errol. You noticed that there was a very unusual, eerie red glow on the sky from where you can see through the water, like a very strong red kind of glow that kind of goes on and off at some point.
I'm not much of a weatherman, but there was a weird red glow going on last night that just kept turning on and off.
That
Just
is
letting you guys know.
that is hopefully not our concern.
Yeah,
don't know
one
if I
problem
could.
at a time.
I was gonna say I don't know if I could deal with much more.
Yeah,
I think back to Faerun. Drop
I agree,
this
but
one off is the best decision right now.
Honestly, should we even go to the village with those humans in the water above? Should we just go to get a Candlekeep?
the thing is, I only want to go back there because Errol will open his bag of holding. There's this guy. Well, he might be one of the people they were looking for. So at the very least, we could just hand him off and say we've been there.
But he doesn't need to be our problem right now. We could give it to the merfolk here, and they could take it back.
That's a fair point, and I'm okay with that. Everybody okay with that? And we just book it back to. Well, actually, I would rather go to Force Grey to hand off him, but hopefully we can contact Force Grey with our sending, and then they can come pick him up.
I think I could get us to Force Grey. I'm just gonna like rub the temple of my forehead to see if I remember what the teleportation circle looked like.
At Force Grey,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you didn't see one there. The only ones that you know, will say that you can easily teleport to is Candlekeep or to Bruce's home.
When we get to the surface, we'll contact Force Grey, and either they'll give us a way to get to them, or they'll come to us. But either way, Ruin, I liked your idea. So Errol's gonna go to the merfolk and just tell them the whole speech about this is one of the surfacers they might be looking for. Use them as leverage. However you want to do it, just he wants to just give that to them, to the merfolk. And I just want to, and Errol also say, thanks for having us, and sorry for all the trouble we put you guys through initially. You guys take care.
Trouble? No trouble, man. You did a good thing for these people. Bless. Have a good journey. You hear that?
You too.
Yes, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. You guys have helped us so much. We will never be able to pay you back. Abariel will say.
Yep. So Errol's gonna hand off that corpse and just swim away, and we'll start making our way back to where we remember the portal to get home was, that we got here through.
Okay.
Now, it's gonna skip the middleman there, and I'll just say to Yagu, Yagu, you okay? I know that a lot happened, but we did what we needed to do with the lake, right?
Oh yeah. Elda even came to me. She even thanked me and made certain that, well, the lake is fixed now. That's
And
not the issue anymore. But
Yagu,
yeah,
we square?
we
Are
were
we
not
even?
square before.
Well, you saved my life, and I felt like I was partially responsible for you running away off from your lake. If I didn't drag you through portals, you might have been here, so I thought maybe this might make us even.
Oh no, that I am beyond grateful for your help. Otherwise, I had to walk all the way from the lake to Candle Keep, and well, that would have taken forever. So
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that would have sucked. All right.
Yagu is not square. He's pretty round to me.
You know,
will make
Sungu,
a fine
you
guardian,
have-
Sungu. Yeah.
You have a good point, Sungu. He is right about that.
See, I told you I'm always right, Yagu.
Yep.
Any lasting, inspiring words again before I assume we get too much closer to being back home about this place? I swear, guys, normally planar travel is actually kind of fun. These last couple times have just kind of sucked.
Above
Every
game,
time we
are-
traveled, it sucked with you. So
It's normally not this bad.
you literally also came out of a hell of water when we first met.
Okay.
Literally all the 4 times I've teleported, it sucked. So
You know what? I don't have a good counter argument. I'm just gonna leave that there.
Are we going through the portal to Yagu's lake? Is that we're gonna land in
Yeah.
Faerun first? Okay.
Yep.
Bruce will speak for the first time and say quietly. Aki has seems to have addressed some sealed letters to us all.
Oh. Okay. Well, Bruce, we have one of their guys. We'll figure something out.
Oh, if it's a letter from Aki, I want to know about it.
So do I, but
when we get
don't
to
open
Yagu-
it here.
yeah, good idea.
Paper in water doesn't go
Yep.
well, and
And then
for
we have to get it
fuck's sakes, I
dried.
just realized that Joko will open his herbalism book. Is it ruined again?
Yes, pretty
Damn
much.
it, Yagu! That's like 30 gold right there. Or
You would think I would
20.
remember from last time, but no. Fuck. Oh.
Oh,
I mean-
it's so nice. Did Aki leave a letter for me too?
Did he? I mean, this is
Bruce,
kind of awkward.
Bruce just straight away said no.
Ah,
Nothing
fair
personal,
enough.
Sungu. You're a
That
friend,
is-
but we.
it's okay. I just thought he might have thought to write me one. Perhaps he didn't know me then when he wrote to you these. I
That is
didn't see him
possible.
writing anything.
Well, he's a lot more articulate than I would give him credit for, actually.
Okay. Well,
He.
shall we go?
Bruce
I
swims
agree.
off.
Yep.
While they're all talking.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Everyone will do the same thing. He'll. Oh, this is awkward.
Yep. You see him all kind of swimming along. It takes about an hour. and you eventually find your way to what you can see is that tear in the ocean, the fabric of planes or realms in this instant.
And while we're swimming, I just want to make sure Max is still like breathing. He's not like dead mid travel, so Geralt will occasionally just check his pulse.
I mean, did you knock him out again? Is that what you said?
No, I didn't knock him out again. I just want to make sure that
Oh yeah,
he didn't get like a
he's
heart attack or
okay.
something.
He's after keeping an eye on you. You can see him looking at everyone, inspecting everyone, seeing how they talk. He's almost like calculating in a way.
Can I telepath to him?
Hmm?
You must think you're so smart right now. Does he
He
reply back?
he immediately looks towards you. Doesn't say anything.
Oh, that's funny. You can't do this, can you? Tell me where Aki is right now. Nod your head if you'll agree to tell us if I ungag you. Okay. And then I'll detect thoughts on him. Hopefully he's thinking about where Aki is at that time.
Okay, go ahead.
I want just the surface thoughts at first.
Clever.
Okay.
Yeah, they have to be thinking about when
Can
you
I
talk to them.
Can I roll this more?
Oh, it's just the surface
yeah, go
thoughts.
No, he's
Yeah,
not
for
delving
now.
deeper.
He's not delving
I haven't
deep at
delved
the
deeper
moment.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
I'm scared. I'm scared for Cisco to roll.
His surface thoughts will be completely blocked. All you hear is the roar of a dragon, of the dragon queen. You hear like of this roar, like he's kind of concentrating really hard because he knows what you're doing. If Mo is okay with that.
You know, normally I'd be pretty scared of that roar, but I want my friend back, and I'm gonna delve deeper.
Okay, sure.
Oh, what's the save?
Wisdom, I
Wisdom.
think, right?
Wisdom, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
17.
Great. Okay.
Are you
Cool,
rolling?
coming up.
He's rolling.
Yeah, if it's okay with you. Or
Yeah,
we
yeah,
roll
yeah,
one
100%.
die each. It's got advantage, so we can roll one die each if you want.
Sure.
He has advantage still. Fuck.
Of course, it's got a magic resistance.
Oh yeah, yep, that makes sense actually.
Come on,
Oh,
Maxi.
please.
What is your save?
17. I said 11 so far.
Yeah, but that's not the modifier. You'll have an insane modifier.
He has a
Wisdom's
+1 because its wisdom is a +1 modifier. I'm pretty sure. I remember in the last fight he
Oh,
kept.
I thought wizards got that as a saving throw. Never mind.
Okay. As you kind of deep and delve deeper, I need you to roll 2d100s, please.
Oh no.
All right.
However, Mo, you can tell he failed, so you can tell them what he's thinking.
Yeah, I figured like that's a high
But
DC.
that will
for him.
activate his thingy.
Oh, that's almost 200 too.
I know, right?
So
bad.
give me 1 second.
bad.
Yeah, that was very close. That was a 16 actually.
I rolled better on 2D100s versus 5D100s.
Okay, so you roll. Let me just check those. 1
rolled
second
100
as
for
you
D100.
kind of do that more, and I'll tell you what happens. That is probably gonna interrupt this, so I better hurry.
As you breach his mind,
Everyone get your notes.
you go into it and you find yourself when you say where he could be, and it doesn't give you a instant location with a name or anything like that, but it is a home. It almost looks like an estate like Bruce's, but somewhere different. I mean, the climate's different. It's much colder. It's much more. Even the areas is much different, but within there you find yourself glimpses or flashes in different rooms, and then you all of a sudden you get into a room where you see that there is some sort of kind of ritual happening in the middle, where there are almost like 5 to 6 seats, very comfortable seats, and there's one empty space just left in one of the corners, and there you see him sitting down, and opposite to him you see Gray sitting there. You see you see the what's it?
Minotaur.
Minotaur sitting on one side. You see Desdemona sitting on one side. You see Anchor sitting on one side, and then you see Nidalia just sitting as well. And you see them all kind of eyes glazed over, and they're just kind of just in this.
Stop there. Out of the sudden, as well, you feel Ruin from his eyes. Max Hordinger's eyes glow with this black, almost becoming black fully. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, as he regained all his sorcery points and he's casting a spell without using verbal or somatic, even though he's gagged.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go and make a Constitution saving throw as he casts Broken
Can I
Finger
counterspell
of
him?
Death. You
Broken
cannot
what?
because he's not using any
It's subtle.
components.
It's subtle.
Yeah, he's subtle in it. So
Can't.
he's casting Broken Deadly Finger on you. His highest spell that does not require any material components.
Oh dear. Goodbye, Ruin.
What is the what was the save again you said? I apologize.
Con
Con
save.
The
save.
con save.
Oh, I'm
save.
so and I'm next to Yagu, right?
Make
Oh,
a
of course
fate
not.
roll.
Like a fate roll.
Yeah,
We're all so close.
you can
Best buddy.
fate roll it to see if you are.
Yeah,
I don't think a
Yagu
plus
loves
3
me.
will work.
Tie. Well, a tie.
Okay.
Right.
Yep. That's a 13. Unfortunately, that
does
is
it not
not.
have an inspiration?
The only thing I can do is I wonder if I'm allowed to cast resistance on him, but that'll give him a D4 to saving throws.
Wait, did
Can
you not?
you-
You
No
rolled.
one-
wouldn't-
one
you will-
else
You
knows.
wouldn't know. Yeah.
I wouldn't
you
know.
wouldn't
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know.
Lucky,
yeah.
if you rolled for health, you get one for doing that. So
Did you roll for your health?
I did roll for my health.
So
I
you
rolled a
should have
7.
one.
Then I will re-roll my Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, pigeons.
Okay. This is a crayfish.
So 25.
Alright.
That should be
25.
So as the effect happens, you will take half of the damage. It's not that much, so it will be 23 points of necrotic damage.
Is that
out of the
halved
sudden.
or?
It's already half. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'll still take that, but can I keep
So-
focusing on my vision? Or the...
So all of you, so make a concentration check first,
Son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
and then roll initiative. You're gonna keep concentrating on it, actually, as well. Ooh.
Fuck me.
Okay, you lose concentration. So if you want to recast it, we can roll initiative
I
between
will-
Max and you.
I will recast it.
Okay, so roll initiative if Mo is okay with that.
I mean, it's fine. You don't need to roll initiative, but you just make. He's gonna do it anyway. So, I guess Max
Yes.
Horrigan makes the save again. in a
Yeah,
sense.
he could make the save again, and he will.
I'll
that will
mark
be.
off the spell
I'll
slot.
roll.
Then he
I'll
will
roll
do
one.
something. Yeah. Okay. And I'll roll the other.
I need more of this memory.
Ibasuki.
I need
Come
more.
on, Maxi. You can do it this time.
Mhm.
Oh my god, he is broken. His mind is broken. However, 1 second, because now he's got all his.
Natural 1,
thingies
does that
back.
mean I get a little bit more?
He's got all the thingies now, so he can actually re-roll this one again, only once. So Mo, you wanna roll it?
No,
As
no, you do
roll
it
the
because
higher
you're
one.
the,
Yeah,
no,
sure.
you
Okay.
roll it because you
So
got the
he's
lower
used
one.
2. We need to keep account of this actually as well.
Yes!
Oh, okay. So that will be
And could I
1
murmur out?
second.
Can I just get a couple words out while he's trying to fight back with me? I'll
So this
whisper
is
to
a
the.
17 this time.
It's still a 17. Wait, you
This
rolled
is a
a
17
1 and a
now.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last time it was 16 because you rolled an 11.
Yeah. So this time he succeeded.
yeah, meets it, beats it.
I will. Can I at least finish out the rest of the vision that I had?
You got shunted out at the end
You
of that.
got- Yeah, he finger
broke-
of death you.
I think the
halfway.
concentration was for you to continue doing, but he hurt you and you broke.
No.
Wrong, you broke
I
it.
will. I'll look at him and just. I'll telepath to him.
Hmm.
If you don't give
Make
me,
another Constitution saving throw.
what the fuck is he doing to me again?
He's
is he
doing it the same again. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
well,
you keep attacking him.
Can I at least say what I wanted to say
Yeah,
before he
yeah.
did that?
Say what you would say.
I'll mutter to the others. He's starting to cast spells.
Son of a
Oh.
bitch. And then Errol's gonna wrap his arm around his neck and basically like push against his carotid to knock him out, and just do that for a couple seconds.
Sure.
Okay.
And I'll.
This is
Yeah.
no concentration, so just do the save one more time, and then you can knock him out arrows without problem.
Yeah.
Charisma, Constitution saving throw
Let's see.
again.
Yeah.
21.
Okay.
Pretty
Yeah,
rare.
you succeed, and you let me roll this time, so it feels a bit fairer. Well, why
Why
don't
is
you
fucking-
roll it more if you want?
Is that 78?
78, yeah, plus 10.
Oh, I thought 78. I was like, fuck me.
70.
Ruin dies. What happened? He's just floating there.
And he falls unconscious.
So
Yeah,
you
Warren
take
Beam would happen
20
if you very
points of
quick.
damage already half.
Plus 10, so 20 plus 78 plus 10, so 30.
How
Yeah,
many
no,
damage?
the plus 10's already there.
Oh, it's already. Sorry. I see now.
So
yeah.
am I taking? That's half of that, right?
So 20,
Already
you take
half,
20
yeah.
already half.
20.
Okay. And I'll say to the others. He's still casting spells.
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
everyone,
I've already gotten him taken care of.
I have an idea. I've thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
We spent a good month in that fort. I don't think it will take too much. It will be too much trouble to teleport us there. With
Okay.
Ruins magic.
Well, we
I
gotta
don't
wait till we get back to the surface, though, because we
Yeah,
tried it
but
from
I-
here. It'll be even harder, I imagine.
I think if he's gonna cast spells, I think it should be the first thing we do.
I agree.
Just
Come
priority, just teleport there as the minute we can.
Yep. And we're just gonna keep going to the surface after I knocked him out.
All right. You see
Well-
his eyes kind of begin rolling over as there's a smile on his face, ruins synergy. He looks at you, and you hear in your mind.
Oh, so you can do that, you cheeky bastard.
And then he just falls unconscious.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, probably not my smartest move, keeping him awake. I'll admit that.
Yeah, probably not. Sungu, could you help me out a little bit here? My
Oh,
brain is bleeding.
what happened? We haven't done anything.
I don't know. He's a bastard. Maybe he just hates fairies.
Fair enough. Out of game, how many hit points have you lost?
I've got 61 out of 104.
Okay.
He hurt.
So he'll cast a spell.
Damn.
Oh, let me do long rest with him first.
Wait, you have 104 hit points?
Yeah, he took
I
tough.
took the tough.
Oh, right, okay.
Super fairy.
I wanted to be a frontliner.
No, it's good.
What should he cast on you?
Kiss boo boos.
Cure wounds?
I will.
Here, have
Keep
7
the-
HP.
I'll take it. Thank you, Bruce.
Yeah, you just hear it in the distance, just almost like a whisper. Stay up.
I will, just so Max doesn't know how much I saw of his memories, I will individually telepath to the others what I saw.
I've already written down what you saw.
Okay.
Actually, Ziggy,
Yes.
you
Oh,
can.
fuck.
You are the one that is the highest spellcaster here. Actually, Ziggy and you, both of you, ruins and
Yes,
Ziggy.
I am now the
Yago.
best spellcaster since we've
And
kicked the
Yago, you
dragon
can
out.
all make Arcana checks or Insight check.
Okay, I am the best at Arcana now because I have a +9.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I
And
rolled
this-
shit.
Yeah,
27.
Oh,
27 and
I-
26?
Ah.
Yeah.
Would
both
you
of
like
them.
it? Would you? Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
I'm
Would anyone
full.
like, would anyone like a
You-
guidance?
You
Yes!
actually,
I'll
yeah,
take a
why
guidance.
not?
No,
I'll give it to
as
Yagu.
first.
Give it to Yagu. Give it to
You
Yagu.
one for Yagu.
I can guide myself.
Here's for Yagu. There you go. We're done.
You said
Yay.
Insight or Arcana,
Why are
right?
there so
21.
many
Yeah,
people that can give
whichever.
guidance in this group? What the hell?
I'll
I
do
know,
Insight.
right? You should be called the guidance of chaos.
Fuck!
Pretty good.
Oh
at it.
no. Yeah. Okay. So 1 second there. So yeah, I think Ziggy for sure, Yago for sure, and Ruin. Yeah, would you got Ruin again?
I got 7.
7, no, yeah, not Ruin. But you, Yagu, and Ziggy, mainly Yagu, you will think to yourself, being such a high level caster, it's very likely he has Dimension Door. But he actually didn't teleport anywhere. There is something that troubles you. You cannot get on that same thought, Ziggy. You are a bit more unsure. But you, Yagu, are pretty sure that he could have teleported away if he wanted to, but he chose not to.
Shit.
So whatever that means, that's up to you to think about.
You all look a little bit bothered.
Give me one moment.
Sure.
If Ziggy says that,
I'll mention it, but like,
okay.
I see.
Right.
So, and then Errol pulls out the dagger. Well, no helping it, I guess.
Wait.
Whoa,
have
whoa,
we-
whoa! I
have we
can
done
I can
anything?
counterspell him.
I would like to do detect magic.
You want
so
me
that
to
reveals
bank
anything.
the entirety of our friend on you
Sorry,
being able
Errol.
to nail a counter
You
spell?
should have done it to Errol. My apologies. I forgot
For
that
the
you cast the
inside?
spells. Yeah. Or Arcana. Sorry, that was a lapsus there.
Okay, sure, no
You are a
problem. No problem.
spellcaster
I mean,
too, definitely.
I'm a half caster. I'm not as qualified as the
Yeah.
rest. But
Yeah, that's
So, I
actually
mean-
enough. You will
yeah.
think the same too.
Okay, so I'll be like, well, loose end, I guess.
No,
And,
wait.
Let me do
I can
detect magic.
counterspell.
See if it does anything, and
Yeah.
if it is does it reveal anything?
Or only cut out his tongue. That way he cannot talk. Yeah.
Well, they do need him to talk, including us as well, if we want to know where Aki is.
Well,
Well, I guess he can
talk-
write it down, actually. Yeah.
No,
And then
he
Errol
can,
open. Oh,
he can
go
do what I can do. He can
Oh,
tell
so
can.
then we are in the clear. So yeah, cut out his tongue.
No.
Alright.
Fuck.
on. And then Errol's just gonna slowly make sure he's knocked unconscious, work it out, like getting the gag slowly off, go to his tongue, and then just cut it off.
Okay.
He has no problem doing that. And then he's gonna use the good berry juice to kind of like, I guess, cauterize a little bit to seal it, and then just put the gag right back on.
Did I not need to use detect magic then? If you're, because I was hoping I could reveal something if it would tell us anything before maiming him, which is fun, obviously. but-
But still do it.
I mean, I have no hesitation, man. I got.
That's
no
fine.
problem
That's
doing
alright.
it,
I'm just
but-
double checking. So I did detect magic. Does it reveal?
I mean, the
anything?
alternative was to cut his head off. So either his tongue goes or his head goes.
I'm
As you are about to cut the tongue off,
Mhm.
you can still do it, but you will think to yourself that he was gagged, so it doesn't matter if you cut his tongue off, as long as he's got this extra ability that he has. If he wakes up, he probably will be able to cast a spell until he runs out of whatever meta magic ability he's using. But
see,
you
so
can
we
still
need
cut
some-
it anyway, if you want. I won't,
So
I
knowing
won't stop
that-
you though.
Okay, so knowing that,
I'll
just-
mention it to him because I have the same feat.
yeah, and I'll be like, you're right. So I'm just gonna gag him, and I'm just gonna hold the dagger really close to his throat, and I'll be like, all right, I guess I'll just keep it here the entire time. And the moment he flinches, he'll just kill himself. So
Did Bruce see anything with his detect magic? Like any magical items that we missed, or
Something in relation to that dimension door thing. I just thought, fuck it, let's have a go.
Just give me an Arcana check with the detect magic as well.
can I help him out? Seeing his eyes are glowing.
No, this is just
Fuck.
Brucey by
I
himself.
will guidance myself though, because I might need more than a 5.
I just realized I should have rolled that Arcana at disadvantage. So
Hey Bruce,
it doesn't
remember that?
matter.
Oh no, you're
Inspiration.
not corrupted anymore.
No, because I got a level of exhaustion.
Oh wow,
because I
look,
stayed
that
up.
fitting.
Oh, yeah.
16. Damn,
I'll-
nice.
That's fine.
I'll spend an inspiration point having a crack at that.
Okay.
But yeah. So I assume we're just making our way back.
Same thing.
Wow.
Nothing.
Yeah, 9.
You don't sense or anything at all.
All right. Bruce shrugs and he sees Errol with the dagger and just so. Yeah.
All right. After this situation, you all find yourself swimming, and there you see the rift. And as you kind of get there, one by one, you begin pushing your way through, and as you all get, you feel the kind of the change in the whole realm as it shifts from one world into another, and all of a sudden you find yourself swimming up and up towards what seems to be sunlight above your head. And before you guys get to the surface, we'll go on a little break and then continue from there. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Boy.
And welcome back. All right, we'll jump back straight into the game. So, you guys are now coming out of the water itself. Let me just get rid of this. And as you splash out of the water, first thing that you realize, the water that you come in from immediately is lake water. The little hole that was created that you guys swam into, like thick, gloopy residue of the corruption, has now gone from the lake itself. And as you kind of come into the water from the other plane of the realm of existence, you immediately see that there is no corruption, and as you guys splash out into it, you find yourself in the beautiful, calming, serenity place of Yagu's lake.
So as soon as we step out and we recognize that we're there, Errol's gonna immediately go to his ear. Dr. Gret.
Jakul will slap your hand off your neck. One
What?
moment.
What?
It's something from Aki's note.
Hmm?
No, the letter he sent us, there's actually a
Oh, yeah.
paragraph I would like to share from his perspective. It might change all of your opinions as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Yagu, he might wake up.
Well, that's fine. I'm just gonna keep my arm around his throat and go like this. The minute he breathes, I'm just gonna put him out again. Go for it, Yagu.
Let me just read what the note says. They requested Force Grey made of you to be a double agent inside the scales. This is Rorian proposal because it means that they are really not know what they are up to. As we did this before, of course, we met the scales. And remember that they had my lake on the wall. They marked my lake as a troubled spot.
Mo, could you quieten that down a little bit? I keep missing what Mark is
Is it
saying.
very loud? Okay, turning it down.
At my end, it was.
It's
Yeah, I
the,
kept
bir-
missing-
it's the birds, sorry.
It's the
The
birds,
scarecrows
yeah.
are fucking angry today.
Fuck you, birds! He cast something on them.
It's a
Oh,
crow.
look. That's even worse. Okay, wait. There you go.
Okay.
Freaking
Yeah.
water, yay!
Oh god.
Anyway, so they had this spot marked. Go on, Yagu.
Yeah, they had my lake spotted as well a potential problem, and well, actually brings up something good in well. Maybe Force Grey doesn't have the best of interest in our hearts, and well, literally just the 6 of us took down the skills without their help, and well, they are a huge organization and didn't do jack shit so
Well,
far.
keep in mind, Yagu, we kind of traded even, actually, now that I think about it. We killed their vampire and we got one of their guys, but they also took Aki. Plus, they have those magic cuffs for him because to stop him from doing stuff, so what's the alternative?
We could take him to Candlekeep.
No, I'm
How
still
is that
saying
any
we
better?
I'm saying that we should still go to Force Grey, but don't see them as allies, as Aki describes.
It at least buys us favor with them.
Yeah, but instead of favor, they should owe us.
Yes, most definitely. They owe us before already, but it's
Oh,
at least
most definitely.
something.
I just wanted to point that out there before we contact them.
I think it will be like we should probably keep them at arm's length. Yes, however, I think handing them over and telling them like one of them is at least down, it could give some benefit. But keeping them at arm's length is probably for the best. Yes.
You could at least get
Well, I know Dr. Gret, he normally doesn't make decisions very lightly, so like I said, I would prefer to just hand it to him and trust him with it, but
I'll trust Dr. Gret. I trust Errol, and they're the only people that can keep this man locked away. We can only kill him.
so either we take him to Force Grey or I cut his head off right now.
That decision is entirely up to you, Harold. This is your retribution,
Errol-
not ours.
if I don't think it will help you, but if you want to, just you can. I can bring him back.
No.
Not through a beheading, but I could just bring him back if you do decide to.
And Harold will just look at the letter from Aki. He hasn't read it. He'll see little Aki, like the Aki's little, like I assume, like signature or something. No. I think there's been enough killing of prisoners. So I think what I'll do is I'm gonna contact Dr. Gret as best I can. Hopefully they'll get answers out of him because he'll be restrained, and there will be that truth circle room they did with all of us. Because hopefully, one, he'll tell us where Aki is. Two, he'll be able to explain why he massacred my family.
I'm sure they'll question him thoroughly.
Let's
Yeah,
perform
well,
the
anyway.
sending quickly before he wakes up.
Yep. Dr. Gret, this is Harold Emmerfield. I'm at Yagu's Lake, and we have Max Horgan. Please come pick us up.
You send that message,
Yep.
and after a few seconds, you hear, "Hey, kiddo. It's good to
Hey,
hear
Doc.
you. Hey, kid, to hear your voice. I'm sure I'll let them know where you are, Yagu's Lake.
The Iridium Lake, to make it more specific.
I'll send him. Someone's probably gonna make their way to you.
Any idea how long? Because he is a spellcaster, and I would rather prefer not to kill him. He's still alive. Just gagged.
As per the sending stone
Oh,
in
sorry.
this
Yeah,
world,
sorry.
yeah, it's not in the other world.
Sorry.
You get that message, and then I don't know if you have another cast of sending. You could potentially send.
I do.
No,
We all
I
do.
don't.
We've all got this. We've all got the little doohickey thing.
Oh yeah.
The force
Uh,
grid thing.
We just
Did
take
you use the
turns,
sending stone, or did you contact Dr. Gray?
I used this thing they gave us with the ear thing, so
Okay,
I
well
thought
in
it
that
was
case,
Dr. Grip.
oh okay, in that case you wouldn't hear Dr. Gray's voice.
Alright.
You'll hear another voice. You'll be like, this ain't Dr. Gray. This is Kane.
Hmm.
We'll be there shortly. See you in a bit. That's all.
Alright, well, someone named Kane responded back, said he'll be here shortly. Huh, I would have thought mine would go to his, but oh well, anyway. Oh,
These little things
God.
they gave us are just for certain
And-
individuals, it seems.
yeah, anyway, should we read these letters now then while we're waiting? Meantime?
Yes, sure. And Bruce will pass them out. He's like, you've already got them.
Yep. And then Harold will
Just quickly before you move forward, Joey, roll a d60, please.
D what?
D60.
These
D60?
nuts?
Okay.
Yes,
Slash
sir.
You
R
keep blue balling me. I want to know what's in these letters.
Well, no, I'm sorry.
1D60? Is that how I would do it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that came out.
All right. Cool. All right.
That's an odd number. I've never had that request before.
Cool. No worries. All good. Keep going.
Okay, and then
Just do them
yeah,
in the order I
Harold's-
hand them out in, if you want.
Yep, and Errol's just gonna read his real quick and just
Luke, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll have read it and that. And just first thing I'll probably mention is that I didn't realize how much our first meeting meant to him. I'll be saying this to Bruce. In the letter, he's mentioned our first meeting in my shop and the broken one bit. I think he assumed I had some insight into his life that was a bit more truthful or a bit more intuitive than I actually am. I think I already told him this, but I was fucking with him.
Aki had a bit of a
I didn't
moment.
realize I hurt him as much as I intended to.
Aki had a bit of a moment at time. It was not long after I encountered that first, the small dragon. He thought there was something wrong with him.
I called him the broken one because I kind of just drew the card out at random, and he looked very disheveled at the time. Same with why I called you the brute, because, well, you know, the whole orc thing really sells it.
I remember.
But I didn't realise it hit him so bad.
For a time.
There's quite a few bits and areas.
Why don't you read it out?
Because the font's fucking with my head, that's why.
Oh, sorry.
And I don't have a Photoshop account to. Yeah. Either way, I'll read the bits like. Hi Ziggy. Knowing you, there is a 50-50 chance that you do not read this. But if you have made it this far, then I want to thank you. We have had productive one-to-ones, and I know that you easily get frustrated with some of the choices I make and how impulsive I can be, but I want to thank you for that. When we were in your heads, what you might think is an unfair peek into your mind, the passengers that you had is still a bit of a mystery to me. I do not understand how it ended up there or why, but I am guessing you have a better idea. I was very glad to be able to help you, as I hoped it helped you start trusting me and the rest of the caravan as a whole. Even if we were a little unpredictable on making poor decisions, I hope you realise that we were always there for you. That being said, your distrust of people, you do not know it is well handed, and I know it has saved us from time to time. And I do not want you to change. Now, I know there's someone new in there in your head at the moment, once you've hinted, but never really fully explained with us in any way, something which is completely understandable. But we are here for you this time as well. I can only imagine that it must be worrisome for this to happen repeatedly. So I hope you have tried to talk to one of us about it. If not, please try. We are your friends, and it matters to us. We have fixed it once, and I believe we could do so again. Just ask. I want you to know that I consider you an important member in our caravan. Your quick thinking and teamwork have been central to not just defeating some of the more dangerous creatures we come across, but also saving my mother and the other caravan when we fought Zadamus. I can never thank you enough for doing what you did and for willing to put yourself in that kind of danger for me and them. You will forever be my friend. I do have one thing that I will share with you. It is up to you whether you wish to share it with the others. That's the thing about the broken one. He is, I'll just paraphrase, basically a bit worried about that. The rest of it, I will not bring up. However, I'll just mention he's a bit worried about the whole broken one thing and nothing else. Just Ziggy will be reading it. You will be aware that he's reading it, but at one point he just kind of stops speaking and doesn't mention it.
Just feel free to share the letters. If you want, I'll quickly make a
They're
group
in-
called Aki's
They're in the
letters.
general.
Yeah,
They
they'll
should be
be
in
in
the
the general
general.
chat.
But
But
anyway, in
basically,
case.
Links are there.
Cool.
out of game, Aki tells me to take him out in case he does become evil. But the party don't know that. You
Yeah,
know?
we kind of pick up that you stop reading, and there's a bit you're not
Yes.
reading, and it's like, but well, kind of that's a letter. It's a letter from him to you. Who's next? Is it Yagu?
Sungu will come over with some herbal tea and pass it around, and then sit with you guys.
Oh, a cup
Thanks.
of tea, wonderful. I haven't had tea in ages. This is wonderful.
Wait, did you use the leaves or did you put the whole plant in like usual?
It's a bit.
Oh, the whole plant in.
You know, I kind of like it strong though.
Bruce
It's
doesn't
flavorful.
care. It's tea. He doesn't tea in forever.
Thank you, Sangu.
Much. Anyway, well, to make the long letter short, he basically mentioned how he appreciated our relationship since, well, apparently I inspired him with my devotion to Eldad, or well, the way I have been living, and how I've never mentioned his flaws or anything. But with the letter also came two of his concerns with me, with what we've been through. The first one I've already mentioned to you guys with Force Grey. And the other one I would prefer to keep it a secret to see, well, to see if his intentions are correct, or maybe he might be wrong. I hope so, but
That does
I
sound
see.
like him.
and he will put the letter deep into his shell, like he doesn't want to share the rest.
We'll respect that. Ruin.
If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer to keep this one to me.
Of course.
Thank you.
Harold.
Sure. And he'll open the letter. I was just taking a bit of a look at it. He basically told me that I remind him a lot of Dulthir, and that he's really grateful for my trust, as hard won as it is, and he talked. Well, he's also thankful for me being able to trust him despite everything. And one thing that he put in a bit of a request that I think I would prefer to keep to myself. He'll say that out loud to you. And another part of this letter was that I'm actually a little bit surprised by how he demonstrated how much he trusted my input on things. I'm actually a little bit surprised about that. But one thing is that he talks about with force and how we disagree on the amount used. And oddly enough, he doesn't like chastise me or criticize me for it or anything. He does the opposite. Not that saying it's a good thing, but that he seems to understand. And I mean, yeah, I think that the very last thing to end on is, and then he'll just take a look at Max's unconscious body. I think he's right in this case. And after that, he's going to put the letter away and then just pocket it.
Thank you, Harold. But by the way, you're right, Luke. The font was not
Yeah,
great.
no,
It
it's
took
fine.
me a minute, but I
Yeah.
like it. I like it,
Yeah,
but
no,
it took me
it's
a
very
minute.
cool. It just took me a bit.
And I'm also going to link in the general the exact music I was listening to as I was reading this letter, just out of curiosity for anybody.
I'm still playing Doomsday from Doctor Who in my head.
Nice. But
Oh,
yeah,
my
I'm just
lord.
playing that exact song that
Alright.
was going through Errol's mind.
We could have some background sad music more, but up to you.
Either's
He's the DJ here, not me. He's gonna say no, it's fine.
I think silence is better, but
Yeah, no,
Sounds
it's fine. It
Yeah,
it
no,
doesn't.
if you like silent, silent. Yeah.
I will. I'll try to do this. I'll try to read the thing character. I hope no one minds. If anyone minds me reading the whole thing, please tell me.
go for it.
Can you not hear the? Can you not hear the birds tweeting?
It's very quietly. Just earlier
Very
there.
quietly, but I like it.
Let me know. Is that better?
Okay. Opens up the letter because I've not looked at this yet either. Here, bro. I think that's draconic. I am writing this in case one day I finally do that reckless thing you are sometimes afraid I will do, and you are not there to stop me. You notice Bruce's. I'm assuming that Bruce's eyes are glowing that silver again because he's always had trouble with dyslexia. This is just silly. He's like, nah, you're reading this. I thought it might be a good idea to have letters on me since we just beat Zadimus and I saw how badly things can go for our caravan firsthand. I would not want my last words to be, to any of you, to be anything less than what you deserve. There are other letters too, for the rest of the caravan. I would charge you with getting them to their proper owners. When I lost Brigger, my heart broke, and I slowly became much less patient of intolerance and the judgmental commoners we are both too familiar with. When we met in Westgate, I admit that I had been venting at those guards, not that they needed encouragement to jail me, and I had been spoiling for a fight. Meeting you in there, and our spectacular escape, was a turning point for me. It was not only that I met someone outside my caravan who felt as I did, that I know we have talked on that subject often since too, but in the time following, as we walked our way west, I began to lighten again, bro. A weight was made more bearable, and during the time it was just the two of us, I realized that I had found a new brother in you. I think you healed me in a way that I could not manage myself, and nobody in my caravan could manage either. You're as much a brother to me as Brigger is. I'm proud of you two guys. For a long time there was such tension between the two of you, but you have come such a long way. The note writing was such a massive leap for you, Bruce, and that then allowed Bruce to reach out in return. It works now, whatever the origin and the need you had for each other there in the beginning. You can depend on one another now. You have grown a lot, guys, and I know you'll be okay. Finding some peace with your father and your home is no more than you deserve. I can see why Saloon chose to pick you out, bro. There's nobody more loyal, strong, or deserving, and if I had to choose someone to recover a child and save them from darkness, I would choose you too. About this ritual that your mother's clan may have for waiting for the two of you, as far as I am concerned, it's completely up to you whether you want to do this, but know that I never thought you need to do something like that again. Excuse me, something like that. You're perfect as you are, and you're my family as you are. If a goddess can see that too, and appoint you her representative, then there is no practical need for something like that, bro. Completely up to you, but you can save Nadalia without it. On to some more worrying thoughts now, bro. Firstly, all this crap we've been hearing about the beast that will use the Broken One to raise the Dark Lord. I've thought about it for a while that this Broken One is probably me. Remember how Ziggy gave us a quick card reading when we first met him? That is what he called me too. All this interest from the Dragon Mother and the old dead guy makes me think they have a place for me in their shithousery. That was one of my words. And I am afraid it will not be something easily denied. I think other people have probably been working for them without knowing it, like that Vialis arsehole. They are playing chess, and I am terrible at chess, until a long time afterwards when I had time to think about what had happened. And I think they have been behind a lot of the shit we have dealt with. I bet even the Bahir was their fault with the screwy things that have been happening to the different realms. All roads lead to that dead douchebag, including the scales in the end. I know you want to tear a piece off of them. And Grey. You cannot be blinded by it when the moment comes, bro. You need to keep one eye on the bigger picture and remember everyone has an angle. Force Grey will betray you for a shot at stopping the Dragon Mother, and Candlekeep, especially the First Reader, has some stake in this somehow. There is a photo on him and his brothers on his desk. It might be worth looking at. A caravan must trust in itself and know the fastest way out of town in case of emergencies. Make sure you know how to leave town before you walk in it. Because it looks like I will not be there to scorch out the town square. Thank you for being my brother, and I will see you somewhere just over the horizon. Aki, the flamethrower. Still going by that stupid name. And well, I'm guessing he said the same thing about who we should be jumping into bed with. It's everyone.
I don't think so, actually.
He makes a point. We'd be careful in our dealings with Force Grey, with Candlekeep, the people there, but we do need them as well. And they need us more than they perhaps think they would like to. We've done things that they've not been able to do, and we've done it out there with only a smidge of their help. I have a proposal, if you would. We get this apology for a human being to somewhere secure where he can't use his magic, Force Grey. I think we could make use of that, the equipment, the resources. But do think we need allies. If you would agree, we drop him off. Would we be able to come back here quickly before returning to Candlekeep? He's looking at Ruin as he says this. My reasoning for this would be if we can teleport quickly. Maybe find my mother's clan. I know it's a terribly long shot, and I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a selfish part of me who wants to still find them, but I don't know, perhaps if it's a warmer welcome than I could care possibly hope to imagine, maybe they could help us. If they're anything like my mother, I'd like to hope they would be steadfast and more upfront than the people we've dealt with so far.
Arnold
fully
raises his
agree
hand
with you.
in favor. Sure.
So we're fine with Force Grey just taking Max away from you, Joey, Harold.
Doc, when I wandered for 3 days, Dr. Gret found me. He fed me, gave me a home, even let me craft my own bow, surprisingly, and he let me practice my archery and survive, and he never held it against me when I took this, and he pulls out his wrist banner. Never did. So, if he's there, and I'm giving it to him, yeah, I owe him that, because if he didn't, I'm not gonna say Cloakwood was cruel, but I certainly wouldn't have been in the mindset to survive on my own back then. And considering what I just read, I also owe Aki that favor of trying instead of always resorting to that. So, yes, I think it'll be alright.
Okay, then it's settled. Force Grey will take Max away from us, and we will travel from here to the Elfbane clan.
Sounds good.
Can't imagine all clans are entirely subtle. I'm sure we could pick up a trail.
Like from the stories I've heard, and well, I've heard dozens, so they shouldn't be that hard to find.
I'm just gonna stick in the back, though, and he'll gesture to his ears,
Errol felt true. I do remember children's stories that my mother would occasionally tell me that elves could apparently read your mind, but he looks at Ruin and says, not that bad, really.
Mm.
Besides, if they were anything like her, my mother always respected strength. Part of what I think attracted to my father. You demonstrate your strength, I think you'll do just fine. I'll put a good word in for you.
Thank you. In that case, I guess we'll just sit here enjoying tea, and Harold will occasionally make sure Max is still knocked out basically every chance he gets.
Bruce is feeding Reapy Cheap from the immortal cupcake and drinking tea and savouring it, even though it's probably not very well brewed, but it's goddamn it, it's tea, and he's going to enjoy this while it lasts. He's like, thank you so much.
Okay. Oh, of course, you are welcome. Oh, Yagu, why don't you just come with me for a moment, if that's okay?
Sure.
Actually, Bruce, Can you do me a quick favor?
I can do a small one.
Hopefully it's small. I got this thing with my wrist spanner where if I just take a rest for an hour, okay, I didn't go into my trance, so I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of tired. But if I go rest for an hour, it'll go away. Can you keep an eye on him and basically if he flinches, just knock him out?
Knockout. I can do a knockout. Yes, of course. He'll go and stand. He goes sit next to Max, just watching him.
I appreciate it. And I would like to take the opportunity to try taking a short rest unless we get interrupted, but yep.
Okay. As you
While
all...
they,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, while they take a short rest, could I pull off from the group for a little bit? After I'm gonna put the letter inside a shirt like underneath if I have a coat pocket on the inside. Could I summon out the hungry blade from the collar, from the jewel of the necklace?
Yeah. Just appears in front of you.
Could I stab it into the ground at Lake Eldath, and I'm just gonna leave it behind a tree?
Okay.
And I'm gonna leave it there. I'll just think back to the letter, and I'm just gonna... Maybe they aren't here to help me. But I know my friends are. And I'll try to leave the blade behind. Yeah. And I'll go back to the group at some point if I can, and just try to blend in casually, like I never left.
And you return back. You see, when you walk in, you see Bruce looking over as Max says. You see Errol just taking a little break. Ziggy drinking tea, I guess. I don't know what he's doing. Just chilling.
I'll chilled.
Juggling cards, you know.
Pretty much. Yeah. If anyone's taking a short rest, I can do my card juggling to get you an extra D8 of healing if you need it.
I mean, I'll take it, but actually, I'm already fully healed. But okay. I'm just curious
well,
what it is.
Don't take it then. Never take it ever again.
Starts playing the flute, and he's just like, "Oh, fine, fuck me."
You see, you see Sangu and Yagu kind of walking away, and the camera transitions to them. I spotted something.
If you guys are taking a short rest, I need everyone to make a perception check at disadvantage. You, Bruce, can do it a straight roll.
Okay. Disadvantage.
You
perception?
cannot do it, Errol. You're taking a rest.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have clarified that first.
This could be bad.
This could be bad.
Why are 4th grade taking so long?
The DC is quite high, I have to tell you. I rolled really well.
I've definitely made it. I've definitely made it.
Why even roll? It's...
me.
You are the actually Ruin and Bruce. For a second, you both notice that he just flinches for a tiny bit. You have one action, each of you. What would you like to do before he vanishes? So you will be casting a spell. What will you be doing, Bruce?
I wish to punch him in the face as hard as I can to knock him out again.
So
I mean, you Bruce can punch pretty hard, so this is just like frail man. Wham! I was hoping to get him like that.
So as this happens together, roll a d20, the two of you, and I will roll a d22 on the open. This will be an initiative, quick initiative.
God damn it.
So please roll bad, Cisco, because I don't want to fuck you up, guys.
Are we adding initiative, or is this a straight
initiative, yeah. So
okay,
he's got a +4 to whatever I roll.
I'm going to roll again, because I get advantage on initiative.
Yeah.
You said just a straight d20, right?
It will be initiative, yeah.
So
Dexterity,
20 overall for me.
Yeah.
So I've got a 16 overall.
Yeah, so then you guys go first. Nice. That was lucky because he could have fucking gone. So you feel him flinching. Then after that, you are first, Bruce. What will you punch him on the face? Do you want to do non-lethal or do you want to just?
I would
not-
like to do non-lethal because
Okay.
either way, if he gets reduced to 0 hit points, he gets reduced to 0 hit points.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
reckless, please. It's like,
Yeah, perfect.
I really wanted him.
Yeah, just make it an advantage because he's tidy up, so you don't need to use reckless.
Oh,
You
okay,
just
never
roll
mind
out
then.
advantage straight away.
Trini
Okay. Yeah. With that, unfortunately for him, he cannot use the other things because he's at the moment kind of like half unconscious. So as you knock him out, he tries to use his shield, but it doesn't seem to work for some reason. You aren't sure what. He's got no reaction. He's surprised-ish, kind of. So, yep, you punch him and he falls back to sleep.
Roll a d4.
All right. Then I won't use my counter spell.
Yeah.
A D4?
You wouldn't have been able to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
let's
know. I
say
don't want to
that-
waste the
He's
spell
already
slot.
knocked out. Yeah.
Let's say that
you're
you
after-
saw it
After
gain.
punching through his shield, and he says,
Oh, that's
I
much
just-
better.
I just
Just for clarification, the D60 was the minutes. You rolled 32, so that was the minutes you had left until he woke up. I roll a D4 with a 1, so that was 1 hour until he will wake up. That's what it was.
fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, but then when you started taking a short rest, that timer kind of stopped because then he went forward. I was counting 10:06 was gonna be the time on game that he was gonna wake up.
Okay. I
But
see
yeah,
what you mean.
cool.
Yeah.
So
After
now you
knocking
don't
him
have to
back-
worry anymore. Yeah.
After
You
knocking
just
him
go
back out, Bruce was just like,
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. Harold, that's fun.
Told you. Told you it'd feel good.
Nice. So you
As,
can keep going, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as Yagu
so-
and Sangu kind of keep walking away, Yagu goes, Yagu, come, I spotted something, look. And he takes you to kind of the more northern island of what left of it is, where you used to keep your, supplies, and where it is, and it was the closest to where the waterfall was. And as you kind of
over here.
move,
Yeah.
when you kind of move towards there, he kind of look. He kind of bends over, points to the ground, and that from all the destruction around, this is the first kind of sign you see of growth, of a little sprout of grass, a weed coming out. Ah, so the corruption is gone. Seems we are in business again.
Looks like it worked, whatever we did back there. Can you do me one favor since you're going to be guarding the lake from now on?
Sure.
Don't water it. Let it grow on its own. But plants can die, if you give it too much water. That's...
Okay.
You want me to
okay.
write it down to make sure?
No,
Because I've told
I
you
understand. Do
multiple
not
times.
water
Okay.
the plants. I get it. Okay, I understand. You still, even though he says that, he's probably still gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. Oh my god, this made me realize. Come with me quickly, and he will walk towards where most of his supplies were, and he will start using telekinetic blast and start digging until like a hatch is revealed. Help me up with this one, and he will open it up and reveal a basement full of barrels full of like a type of wine that he grew on his own. Oh, I'm glad this is not destroyed.
When did you put this here?
Oh, I was here for I don't know how many 100 years, but I had my own time, and so I got bored, and well, one of those, I don't know, it's very small creatures, not gnomes, but they were different. He showed me how to make this alcohol from these berries, so that usually grows around in the middle.
This will keep me warm through the cold nights that are to come.
Yeah, since you're going to stay here for a bit, you might need this. I'm taking one of these barrels with me, by the way, just so you know. And he grabs one and puts it on his back. Mossy helps carrying it.
Listen, Yagu. when you return back here, I may not be around anymore. Well, there's a
Oh,
chance.
you're going to leave when Lo arrives? Because, well, I assumed Lo would eventually take you over because she would be a far better guardian of the lake.
I'm not too sure I agree with you on that, but
Oh,
you did favor her more than me. But it's okay. I
well,
still love you,
Mr. Boar also
Yakun,
said it,
even
but
though
well,
you
yeah.
pick on me. I know I'm not the most cleverest from us all. But I do feel that I am the most devoted. But that is not to brag. I say it because I want you also to be the most devoted.
Well, I won't argue with that.
When you return, oh, whenever this is all ends, you will return, right?
Once it's all over, once
Okay.
the threat is eliminated, yes, but I don't know how long that's going to take.
Well, if that's the case, perhaps when you return, you could bring one of your friends here to look after the lake while we go search for Logu. Have a little adventure of our own.
Could be fun, I guess.
I think the most responsible one from them all would be Bruce, perhaps. He'll take good care of things around.
Thank God for a moment I was afraid you would say ruin. But yes,
Oh, is he not sorry, yes, I meant the little fairy. Is his name not Bruce?
what? No, that, yes, I mean, yes. Bruce is indeed the best option, but, why would you even say that?
Say what?
Like, once I return, I will guard the lake once again, and it'll be all fine.
I'm sure everything will be fine once you return. But we should take a vacation. That's all I'm
Oh yeah,
saying.
we definitely deserve one, like.
All right. Well, I guess I'll start cleaning this place up. Started to make it look like how it was once again. I'm sure we will get people coming in, asking for healing once again. I have to give them the talk, which is always long and boring. But it's good to have. It's good to be home again.
It does feel nice. Looks so weird now, though. By the way,
I'll
is
have
this
it.
waterfall rolling again, or no?
There's more trickles around it and stuff like that, from what you remember from seeing and stuff. Oh, don't worry, we'll manage. I'll sort everything out. Don't worry. And if I want company, I'll just call Clifford. I'm sure he would give me a hand from time to time.
I saw you give him like pearls or something. Like, does he need payment or?
Oh no, he just likes pearls, so I just decided to give them to him. When I travel around, I found pearls. He said if I see any, I should give it to him.
Do you have
Payment?
any more? They look kind of nice though.
Oh no, those were the last ones. Perhaps I could find pearls in this lake somewhere. Probably
Oh,
not.
well, I've searched everywhere, but if you could find any, good luck.
Oh, I have this. And he takes out He takes out 2 chunks of shiny diamonds, and he goes, "Here you go. Take these."
Oh, these look quite nice. Actually, well, I don't see any use for it, but well, my friends keep saying that these are worthful, but I see no use for them. So why don't you keep them? And he will pull out a massive bag full of gold and gives it to him in return.
Bruce sneezes. He does not know why, but he sneezes.
Goes,
Oh, you
"Oh,
guys. Bless you.
Sorry about
Like-
Too much time in the water there, Bruce.
a bit of salt. I don't know. Something bad happened.
He takes one out. You see
Yeah.
him bite it, and he goes, "I saw some goblins do this with these type of coins before."
No, you don't do that with those. You need silver. These actually taste good, and he will also take a silver coin and start chewing on it.
Ah, and you all kind of see that from the distance.
Are they eating? Biscuits?
My gold senses
I
are tingling.
didn't realize some of you have food. You know what? I'll hit him up later.
He had biscuits for the tea, and he didn't share them.
And as you guys
Yeah.
are discussing, in the distance, you see 2 people walking towards you. You see a tall humanoid man with a suit, a bit of a kind of long trench coat, and a smoke coming out of his mouth. Black hair, almost like curtains, a very Keanu Reeves style. Looking towards you, a scruffy face, and next to him a tabaxi, wearing armor. What color? Blue? Was it navy or blue?
Yeah, he's got like kind of like a dark blue armor. His fur is kind of like a grayish, bluish kind of color. He's got very bright blue eyes, like big warhammer on his back, like golden warhammer, and you see him as well, kind of like they seem to be talking to each other.
Yeah, you see Kane pointing towards you guys, and after a few moments, he approaches, and you know these 2, is Kane and Helix, is the people that you spoke to at Foursquare as well. And as they arrive there, they look at you all, and you hear him say, you guys made yourself pretty comfortable here, huh?
I mean, we had to wait for a little bit, but here he is. And then Errol will just gesture towards him. I'm surprised you didn't bring Dr. Gret, though.
Oh, hi guys. Nice to
Hi.
see you all.
Yeah, it's a lot more comfortable here than it was at Force Grey. No cuffs here.
Let's do this.
Yeah, speaking of, I hope you have some. He's been casting even with everything we've done, so we just had to keep repeatedly putting him under.
He's been trying shit.
Yeah, fucking bastard hit me twice.
I didn't know he was able to do that.
Neither did I. That's new.
He did it without moving his mouth or even his hands.
Oh,
Well, speaking of
looks arcane.
hands, where's one of his hands gone?
We didn't do that.
The remaining scales took it.
Yeah, we ran
That's
into.
interesting. Can
We
I
were
inspect
only-
him?
We were
Yes.
only able to take out the vampire.
Well,
So the
oh,
vampire
Whoa,
should be
wait.
dead.
Before you inspect him, I'll try to get in between him and Max. Before you inspect him, don't you owe us something for capturing one of the scales here?
What do you want? Money?
We want more than just money.
I was hoping to be able to talk to Dr. Gret. That's what I would have wanted out of this, but
Sure, we can make arrangements. If you come back to Force Grey, we can speak to him there if you want.
I would greatly appreciate that.
we could go back to base to Waterdeep if you guys want to.
Is that what you guys want? Oh,
Sure, we can go there, touch base.
If we can come back here relatively.
Oh, that's true,
quickly,
yeah. We would need a way to come back here. Shit.
I mean, we can bring you back here, but it'll have to be tomorrow.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a good plan. We'll take a day.
Fine.
Yeah.
we also need to resupply as well.
Sure. What do you need?
Potions.
Potions of various kinds would be good if we could look at.
You make a list and you send it over, and
Yeah.
we'll let you know how much of that we can find.
Could I try to telepath to him. And don't be alarmed. I just need a new weapon. It's just between me and you.
Who was that to?
I'm gonna telepath to him.
Kane or the other one?
Kane or Helix?
Kane, the tall one.
Yeah.
He kind
The
of
wizard kind
yeah.
of looking.
he looks towards you and he goes. You hear in your mind, I don't really deal with weapons. When you go back to Force Grey, you can look around, see what's around, pick it up. Sure.
That's fine. Thank you.
Do you have a smith in Force Grey? Someone capable of working with silver?
Yeah, I think so. Should be, if he's around. If he's not on job, we can get something silvered for you.
I'd like to speak to him about that. Perhaps could he, for example, put silver through gloves, perhaps?
Oh,
Gloves?
Along the knuckles, maybe, or something more subtle than that. Put it simply, if I were to punch a lycanthrope, I want them to feel it as if they were normal creatures.
Oh, I mean, we can work around that, I guess. Sure.
Actually-
failing that, silvering a weapon would be ideal.
I also actually have a request similar to Bruce's. I actually like that idea. Do you guys have moonstone or ingots?
You know, I really don't know what we have in our inventory.
Well,
Just write that
let's-
down, and
let's-
we can.
Yeah, I'm
look.
sorry. I apologize.
Guys,
Yeah, it feels
let's
like
just
a lot of
focus on
requests.
getting him out of here first, then we'll talk with them at their base.
Yeah,
I feel
I'll-
much more comfortable.
I'll need an
Yeah,
hour to prepare. He looks at Yagu on Helix. Will your goddess mind if I put a provisional temple here for 24 hours? That will really help for you to come back afterwards.
Yeah, dude, it is
if
your
it's-
lake.
I mean, it's the god of war temples. Friends of with your mistress of the lake. Eldath, is it?
Oh yeah, she mentioned that she lost war and violence and stuff. Yeah.
I know. You cannot win every war, otherwise it will be boring on any.
Just so you know, if you take
I'll
an
show you
hour,
the place where you can place it. And
Oh, all right. Yes, cool. Let's do that. And he will follow you wherever you show him.
Do you have
Caden-
anything to stop him from using magic?
Yeah,
yeah. If you wait an hour, he's gonna cast another fucking spell.
Oh, and you have those
I got him here. It's
magical manacles thing.
fine. Yeah, I got them right here. You see him pull them out
There you are.
of his bag, and then he. Yeah. So. Yeah. What happened to his arm?
Oh yeah, the force or the scales cut it off and took it with them as they left with our friend.
Well, that's a bit strange. From what we know is that they had some sort of boon provided to them by the Scale Mother, allowing them to teleport away with something from their arm.
Hmm.
That's strange. All right. Do you think they did it because
I
they
I
knew?
assume they didn't want to go through the trouble of taking him because he was in a dire position, and I figured they'd rather abandon him and they took whatever was useful, which I assume was his hand.
But why abandon him and why not kill him?
He was pinned to a wall by a javelin.
Yeah, I think they assumed we would have cut his throat.
That's actually
I
a
think they
That's
figured.
not something
question.
that.
Why didn't they just kill him?
Yeah, they wouldn't leave anything to chance. I'm pretty sure.
Actually, back to when I read his mind earlier. I tried to read his thoughts. I did see a house or a location. It was on a high climate. It was cold.
All right. Who was it that?
Ziggy, Errol, did you not also intuit that this man can cast Dimension Door and teleport away, and he chose not to earlier? Perhaps he had some kind of plan in motion. I think
Maybe.
you should be
Yeah.
wary of that, Mr.
It's-
Kane, Mr. Helix.
You don't
more
think
and more
she
sounds
could-
like a trap? Like
You don't think she could still see through his eyes or something like that, do you?
There's always a
So-
chance. Better to speak less here and get him into fourth grade before we do anything else.
That's fine. Harold still has his knife.
Could we take out this ice just in case?
I mean, I was going to do that, but
No, we can blindfold him. We don't need to.
Yeah, that will work. I mean, with with these manacles that he's got on now, the magic is finished. Don't worry about it.
all right.
Takes
Like I
out
said, I was hoping.
back, puts it around his head, ties it up. All right. Well, I'm not carrying him, so
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Or do you want to?
We just, we can just, I can carry him or whatever. Sure.
Here you go. Just hand him off.
You will see that considering this tabaxi doesn't look particularly strong, but then he puts him on his back like he's made out of paper, kind of thing. Like, and then you see his muscle kind of underneath the fur is quite like one of those very kind of defined, kind of strong but thin, long muscles. And assuming that an hour has passed, he put a beautiful kind of looking temple on the place that you show him, Yagu, using his holy symbol and some souls and doing some prayers and stuff, and that will remain there for 24 hours. As he casted Temple of the Gods on Yagu's place for them to return.
hold on a second. I'm pretty certain that there was more of you here.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the thing.
We-
That's the main
Harold-
incentive.
We could discuss that at a later time.
True.
All right.
We've lost one. That's all I need to know.
Exactly.
All right.
And I'll telepath to Errol, just think about the letter.
All right. Well, let's go then.
All right, so you do.
Yeah,
Actually,
I've got
we
this
can.
one.
We can. Yeah. All right. So you do half. I'll do the other half. All right. Yeah. Followers, come with me. And he will just
right.
point to random four of you,
Yeah.
including himself, and he will cast Word of Recall to Waterdeep, to his temple of Tempest, actually, in Waterdeep. And you can take the others.
Yeah. As you take the four of them, he's left with Sangu and Yagu. Yagu, do you want to say anything else before he takes you?
Oh, Mark, you mean.
Yeah. Like I said, I will see you again, though.
I hope so.
Before I go, may I ask you one little question? Why was it that you never came back for so long? Or why you never wrote a message or anything?
I was searching, Yagu. Searching deep within the earth itself. In the worst of all locations. So that I could see that Elda's blessings reaches even to the darkest of places. That was my purpose. That was what I was tasked to do. And that's what I felt like I was tasked to do. I may have never returned. There was times where I had almost lost my life. But there were two things that kept me going. Elda? And you? And Lo? Wait, that's three things. Three things.
Yeah, unless you count Eldad and Lo as the same. Or me at Lo.
Come here. You see him come, give you a hug.
He will hug him back, but... At least you could have still sent me a message.
Well, perhaps I'll try to do it now, as I have nothing else to do.
Then I will be waiting. Well, I'll be seeing you tomorrow anyway, because I will be back tomorrow with the teleport thingy.
All
So
right.
this goodbye is kind of pointless, but still good. Yeah, good. See you tomorrow then.
See you tomorrow. Bye. And if you could stop smoking here, that would be nice too. What? Oh, yeah, sure. And you see him kind of put it out. All right, ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. You just disappears from sight, and the next thing, you appear
Yeah,
outside.
you actually, all of you smell the sea very close by as you appear on the seaward in this huge temple just outside the temple of the seaward, on the Temple of Temples there. There you go, Amo.
Moments as you guys arrive, immediately after that, you see Yagu arrive with Kane, and you guys from there quickly find yourself going across the long bridge onto the island where you were imprisoned last time, but this time as guests, or and as you are brought into the place itself, you see soldiers there, the people, the guards. They let you all in, and then someone takes the unconscious body of Zadimus Max Horrigan. Zadimus Max Horrigan. There's the three.
Damn, he's back! No!
Max Horrigan
Not again.
downstairs into the cellars, while the rest of you are gestured to go upstairs, up into the attic once you did last time as well. You make your way up there, and as you do, Errol, you see up there, you see Hugh Greb there. And he kind of looks out. He goes, "Hey, kiddo, we're good. You're
I
all
muted
right."
myself. Hey, Doc. Hey, yeah. I found him, and he's being taken downstairs right now.
He say anything to you?
Not particularly, I imagine.
Good.
Why?
You shouldn't listen to anything he says. His words are tainted.
Well,
Make an insight check.
okay. That's a 22.
Okay. Something about him desperately coming to you and asking you, did he say something to you? It's a little, just very tiny little bit off-putting. He's obviously concerned. You can see that he's not lying and stuff like that, but he almost felt more concerned about him speaking to you.
Doc, is there something you're not telling me?
What? No. He's that man. What he did to you and your family was...
I was there, I know.
And his words are corrupted. You should not listen to... He's a Thay, goddammit.
Well, yeah, I've killed plenty of his kind. My point is that I'm hoping that you guys can get some answers out of him here, because I figured he wasn't going to tell me anyway, so I didn't even ask him. Are you sure there's nothing you want to tell me?
Yeah. I'm glad you make it back. Yeah, I was just so worried about you. I didn't know if you were gonna return back. I hope everything went well. I don't see your dragon friend.
Yeah, about that. We might need some help getting him back. Because his friends took off with him.
And as you say that, you see everyone in this room now. Helix is in here, and Kane's here, and Kane overhears, and Helix overhears. You say that, and says, "All right. So, speaking about your friend, why don't you go into detail of what happened?" and then we can discuss our next steps. And as you all kind
try
of
to help you.
And as you all kind of gather around, sit down, and a conversation between you all happen in this scene, you see the camera kind of pan out from the tower itself into kind of the sunset of the Sword Coast. And as you have this conversation, we will end today's session here and come back to it next week and see where you guys go from there. So,
Week.
yeah, I know, a week. Yes. Thanks everyone for watching at home. Thanks guys again for playing. Thanks to Dan Curtis, James Webster, all the art and music and everything. Hopefully there is no game unfortunately tomorrow, but we will be back for that next week with the Eye Observation. Sunday is still on, so we'll see you there and see what shenanigans we get into.
The Illithid Collective, very nice. The Cersul Collective is gonna be super fun. I
playing
already
Metal Gear
smell
Solid,
brain.
but infiltrating. Yeah, that's
yeah,
what we're doing.
Infiltration.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. But hopefully we see you next week. So please have a good week. Stay magical, and see you then. Bye.
Hey,
Bye. Bye, everybody.